kwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwenu mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ chim ị naghị ejikwenu mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị ebube eluigwe ị dịghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ayi ọ naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ejirile m wee mara ị dịghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị dịghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị dịghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ejirile m wee mara ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị ebe kue dike ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị bụ ndị atụ egwu ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị bụ ndị atụ egwu ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị bụ ndị atụ egwu ị naghị ejikwene mmadụ ụgwọ dị mma na-eme mma ị dịghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ị dịghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụghị ebube bara igwe ị naghị eji mmadụ ụgwọ ọ bụ ya bụ Mesaya ọ bụ ya bụ Mesaya onye mụ na-ekwu okwu ya banyere ya onye mụ na-ekwu okwu ya ọ bụ ya bụ Mesaya ọ bụ ya bụ Mesaya onye mụ na-ekwu okwu ya banyere ya ịdị ebube ịdị omimi Chineke dịkwa ịtụnanya Chineke karịrị echiche mmadụ ọ dịghị onye dị ka ya ọ dị ebube onye ọlụ ebube ọ dị omimi ọ dị mma na-eme mma dịkwa n'ịtụnanya onye amụma karịrị echiche mmadụ ọ dịghị onye dị ka Igbo birikweni ụtụtụ ọma ehihie ọma mgbede ọma depending your time zone anyị ga-adị ka echi maka na echi adịghị agwụ ka anyị na-agwa ọ bụ na isonyebọ what are you waiting for? Click the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Ife anyị na-ekwu na nke ikpeazụ oyi if you are just coming across our channel for the very first time, you are welcome. This is Kelenna TV. We are live and we are direct, bringing you the gospel of redemption by your doorstep. If I na-eme common sense, the reason I brought in Marife, if I got school, or my I just want to make common sense as always. Black and no, Makamele. Mbachidi. No, Makamele. Chidi Nwoko dear. Mbachidi Nwoko dear. Makamele, no, you're the Musa. No, Makamele, please, you join her. Touch around the like button. We are live and we are direct, preaching the gospel of redemption. Reality kind of preach here, physical, koro. I had a theory, practicalize. In from gas school, in from Marifa, Okay, Mbadiwe Okolie, Galo, Omakamele, thank you for the correction. Even from that school, mgbe ị ga-ekweta na ịmụtasịa n'afọ ore bụ when you begin to practicalize ife ịmụtara n'ụlọ mmụta ọ mgbe a ka eji ejiji ama yes na onye abụ o nwere sign na-eso onye ọbụla. If graduates, in most cases, you do not need anybody to introduce his or herself to you as a graduate. In a he or her behavior, the way you carry on, the way you akpa ga-egosi gị na onye a bụ graduate. Mana ọ nwekwara ndị ga-abụ mana fa mụtara ibehave onwe fapa. So if anyị na-ekwu ebe a bụ ife na-eme from point 1 to point 2 ị na-ene 2 ọ bụrụ theory practical. Anyị adịghị egosi gị only key, anyị ga-egosikwa gị how to unlock that key. Having key is not enough. How to use the key. Ọ bụrụ na ị gara n'afịa goro key now, yes, you go na key, mana that key ị goro ọ mgbe ị were ya gbachie something mgbe a ka ọ bara uru. So having key is not enough until ị ga-ewere ya gbachie ụzọ tinyezie nke na wee gbapee ya ọ mgbe a ka ị ga-ama yes na inwe key, another key adịgoro gị useful. Ntị ọ dịkwa. So ife anyị na-ezi ebe a bụ ife dị practical. Anyị gwa gị na onye a mere ife a, anyị egosi gị efu ya na o mere ya. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ụdị a anyị adịrị eme, anyị ama mgbu oge program a ama mgbu oge. Chimkasị mma nnọọ Amaka Meele, Oji Ugochukwu nnọọ Amaka Meele, Amaechi nnọọ Amaka Meele. Anyị ama mgbu oge. So when you join, kindly touch the like button. Ihe you will be able to round up the program anyị bidoro. Mana before then, I nwere ife anyị ga-egosi gị from side nwanne anyị nwoke Happy Marcel. Now let us listen to this.
That guy terrorized Southern Kaduna for 8 years. He terrorized Christians for 8 years. A man that I thought, and many of us believed, was friends of those of us that are Christians. Christians were killed. Christians were slaughtered. Christian communities were denied their allocation and denied development. And Christian leaders were insulted behind closed doors. And we opposed him. And we kept saying we must not fight, no violence, but pray.
There are some heavy accusations that Fani Kayode, FFK, leveled against the former governor of Kaduna State, Namse El-Rufai, who is now in detention. He said that El-Rufai was slaughtering Christians, like El-Rufai was killing Christians. When he was governor, that El-Rufai terrorized southern Kaduna as well as Kaduna State for good 8 years. That El-Rufai was killing Christians, that even his VP, some people will go to meeting and they will cry out of meeting. I'm talking about State Executive Council meeting. Why? Because El-Rufai was insulting Christian leaders, insulting Christianity in Nigeria. You know, this video has been going viral, and I think it is time for us to talk about this video, because even FFK himself, who is talking about this, is also guilty of what he's talking about. I'm going to tell you how he was guilty of what he's talking about. Now, before, in case you have not seen the video, FFK was saying that El-Rufai killed Christians and terrorized Southern Kaduna. I will leave the clip for you as we go on. But let us just throw more light for you to understand what I'm saying about Fani Kayode. You know, when killings is being targeted, when terrorism is being targeted at a particular faith because of their faith, it is called a genocide. When the issue of genocide started, coming up in Nigeria after that Trump's famous statement that is going to come into Nigeria, guns are blazing, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people were trying to say that there is no Christian genocide at all, that there is nothing like that. And, I frown at these people who are saying there is nothing like Christian genocide. Somebody like FFK, because this was their songs before they joined APC. Their songs was, there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. So FFK was writing so many epistles saying that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. So this is just a few months from what he wrote. He's changing his mouth, saying El-Rufai was killing Christians. What do you call that? Is it not a genocide? What he's saying, I know that it is true. It is verifiable, because I also have a clip I will leave for you. I'll be sharing this clip about a military officer who was serving in Southern Kaduna, how they were giving them order to go and kill Christians. You understand? I used to show you all these things, for you to understand the level of terrorism that is being leveled against Christians in Nigeria. So after that, there was a meeting that was held in Kaduna. This current chief of army staff was there. They asked him a question. No, they have changed him. Yeah, they have changed him now. They asked him a question that how are you going to solve the problem in Kaduna and in Plateau State about it? He said, even though you deploy the whole military in Nigeria to Plateau, they can't solve it because there is an underlying issue. The underlying issue there is that, they are politicians who are controlling the killings of these people, killings of Christians, and they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know this. But, let us start from what, Fani Kayode said. From there, enter what the former chief of army staff said, that military has nothing to do with stopping killings in Nigeria because they are underlying issue. And the question is, what are the underlying issues?
That guy terrorized Southern Kaduna.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about
for 8 years. He terrorized Christians for 8 years. A man that I thought, and many of us believed, was friends of those of us that are Christians. Christians were killed. Christians were slaughtered. Christian communities were denied their allocation and denied development. And Christian leaders were insulted behind closed doors. And we opposed him. And we kept saying, we must not fight, no violence, but pray. And God heard our prayers. How? He brought in somebody that was extremely close to him, who I know very well. That's Ubasani. And I have known Uba, honestly, we're very, very close. But one thing I knew about Uba is that he is a fair-minded person. And when it comes to issues of faith, I can say it anywhere, anytime, any day, that he has no discriminatory tendencies at all. And one day Uba called me. He was his special advisor. He said, Femi, why are you doing that? I said, listen, Uba, you know me. When I say I'll fight to the bitter. Unless they kill me, I'll fight. He said, please, don't worry. Things will change. Don't worry. And we prayed. Eventually, Uba came in. And what happened? They started fighting. And one day I called him. I said, listen, why are you doing this to Nasir El-Rufai? He's out of power. You're in power now. You're being fair to Christians. You've balanced the equation. You're doing the right things. I'm very proud of you. And he looked at me and said, Femi, you have no idea the sort of things that guy had in mind for members of the Christian faith and also even for Muslims in his state. He said, you have no idea. He said, you were not there when we would have cabinet meetings. And Bantex, who I believe was his deputy governor, he would insult him for his faith. Insult Bantex, insult Christians openly there. He said, Femi, we have to put up with it. But all of us will leave the room. Sometimes we will cry that how can this man be so wicked? There are so many things that he told me. But I'll just leave it at that. And why am I saying this? That a monster, and when I say monster, I mean what I say. A man that hates believers, that seeks to destroy and kill believers and wipe out our faith, was in power for 8 good years. God was just watching him. Then God brought his right-hand man So come in, set everything right, make everything fair, bring in the believers, and also teach him the lesson of his life. Is that not the power of God? Is that not a consequence of prayer? For him to say what he said, called us infidels, said that we should leave the country, and so on and so forth. All the other things he said. Well, let me tell you this. The first shocker he got was that he got more opposition from the Muslims themselves than the Christians. From morning till night, he was getting insults from his own Muslim brothers, which tells you a lot. That they realized that no way, this is unacceptable and this is wrong. And I have many, many Muslim friends. I'm very close to them. And I'll tell you what, sincerely, many of them called me and said, listen, we're really sorry about this. And I said, listen, you may be sorry, you may not be sorry. He said it to, I will speak out. Because if I don't, then you call me a bastard. Because I was the only person in the APC, my party, that spoke out against Gingrey. And when I did so, on my Facebook post alone, I did 2 posts, generated over 6 million views in the space of 2 days, supporting what I said. And I sent a signal. You see, there's something that comes before politics, comes before anything. I'm sorry, comes before family, comes before nation, comes before politics, comes before anything. And that is God. Because it is God that gives you everything else. If you cannot stand for your faith, if you cannot stand by your people, if you cannot stand by believers, when you are wronged, then you are nothing before God.
All right. You know, what Fani Kayode said, most of the points he touched here, I think is true. Up to now, do you know why Tinubu did not, even stop that man or even criticize or condemn what Gingrey said? The man that said that if you don't like Nigeria as a Muslim country, that you should leave Nigeria, that he stands for Muslim ticket. This is because Tinubu donated 600 million to him. Anyway, that is by the way. But I said it before, it was only Fani Kayode that
600 million. N'obodo ọkụ adịrọ, mmiri adịrọ, ụlọ ọgwụ adịrọ. 600 million was donated to somebody. These are the kind of leaders inwe anya ka iji ata ofu. Go for their mindset. Anya ka iji ata ofu. I will show you something.
Spoke against it among the whole members of the APC. He's the only one that spoke against it. So, for you to understand what is going on. Now, this was the statement made by the army officer saying that there are underlying issues about the killing in Nigeria. Thereafter that, I will leave you to watch, the video of the former Nigerian military personnel who quit the Nigerian army, quit serving Nigeria because he was asked to go and kill Christians. You will know Nigeria. And the only thing that will set you free is the truth you know about this country.
I've just told you now that I'm going to bring in more men, but the underlying factor has to be addressed. Because even if you deploy the entire Nigerian army in Plateau State, if the underlying factors are not addressed, we can't achieve much.
Has there been any arrest so far?
All right. Before Mrs. Patricia, I just want to ask you another question, sir. You told us before you served in the Nigerian military for 18 years. That means you have not completed your service.
No bro deploy all the Bongo army na one state, go Niger State. Ni deploy all Nigeria army na one state. Na farm solve problem the Niger State. Makane were underlying issues. That underlying issues of what they are after. Obodo na agwa gị na ha deploy ya all their military. Now one state. Now farmers solve the problem. That is how rooted that problem is. That is how serious that problem is. Let's continue.
This year, if you don't mind though, it's not compulsory. Can you share with us why you left?
You see, while I was 1990, 2000, 2001, I was deployed to Bakassi Peninsula. 2002, 2003, I think March of it, I was rotated, what we call rotation. I was rotated, and I was taken back to Kaduna. Something happened within the southern Kaduna. You know, when you reach 15 years in active service, military, you are due for pension.
No.
You are due for pension. 15 years, you are due for pension. But anything below 15 years, they will pay you off. They will pay you off. Then you will not receive pension. But once you hit 15 years, according to the book, my own time, then you are due for pension. So I was overdue with 3 years. You understand? So that was how. And what made me to leave, if I may say this here today, is the same thing. Look, the army is a voluntary job. There are some orders they will give to you as a reasonable person, someone who is not vacuous in the brain, someone who values morality, irrespective of the uniform and the organization that you are serving in. You will say, no, in line with my own morality, I cannot engage in this thing. That was the reason why I left. So for me to go on obeying such laws in Southern Kaduna made me to say, no, I cannot do this. Because the Southern Kaduna people, the Taya people, the Birong people, there are so many of them. Mama Vasa area, Major General, Lieutenant General, Mama Vasa area, Southern Kaduna, Kafanchang, all those areas. You see, when you fight, you allow the people, you see, my brother, I don't know how to put it, but let me try to put it. Just give me at least 2 minutes to say this. If you go, there is what they call Laduga in Southern Kaduna. Laduga, do you know the new version? The new version of Laduga is Ruga. Laduga. In Southern Kaduna, Kataf, they gave them over 70,000 hectares. 70,000 hectares. Hectares and acre, which one is bigger? I think hectares, right? Yeah, 70,000 hectares. Just for Laduga, they call it Laduga. That is what they gave them in Southern Kaduna. They took the land from the indigenous people, the Christian-dominated area in Southern Kaduna, and gave to these people. All of a sudden, as time goes on, as their population begins to multiply, to increase in that Laduga, they are now encroaching into the indigenous people's land. As I'm talking to you now, I don't know. As at that time, it was about 120,000 surreptitiously claimed by these people in Southern Kaduna. By so doing, they are now entering into the farms of the other people. Then fight ensued. That is what caused that Southern Kaduna war.
I'm an AI built to trade for you.
Okay, Habibi, what does that actually mean?
I find the trades.
From 2000 to 2004, when I left.
Wow.
So, because they sent me there to go and fight, arrest the people that are defending themselves. I said, no, I will not do that. And when I made the arrest, when I went there,
Essendria to go and fight and arrest the people that is defending themselves. Essendria, kedin Essendria, ndị feel na ha dị in charge and na fa chọrọ take over that land by force. Kedin Essendria, ọ bụ dị onye Igbo, ọ bụ dị ọkọrọ mkpọ Essendria. Ọgafa ndị chọrọ iwere that side bụ ndị Essendria faga to fight and arrest the people that is defending themselves. And they onye ọgba mgbe obodo bongo. Ye wee gba ọsọ that this is evil before man and God, or before man and God. Who is sending the people coming into our land to fight, and arrest those defending themselves? Our own people connived, collude with powers that be. People that is defending themselves. I had a way for Joe. Manaka got the game. Essendria, Ndine defend their land. Ndine defend the onwefa. Ndi a na-egbu extend afa ka fa gakwunyere ndị na-egbu ndị na-edefend onwe fa ka egbube ndị na-edefend onwe ha mebe ndị na-edefend onwe ha arrest to make sure na wipe her out and they take over their land. Ị ga-ana ebe ị na-akọ akụkọ ndị a abata efiogi they mount their flag, they become the owner of the land. Onwe ife dị naanị the world it don't care efiogi efionegi, the world don't care. The world cannot come to stop Ndechori Ifyogi. They cannot. That is none of their business. What matters to them? So the power tussle must go on. We continue to do business with the West. They are not coming. The earlier you know this thing, better for you. To go and fight and arrest ndị na-edefend onwe fa against ndị na-fight ifa to take over their land. Yeah.
Not finding, I arrested the troublemakers. They are all Fulani extractions. I arrested them and brought them to one mechanized infantry division. One Lieutenant Colonel Boro. I think he was the chief of the NDDC. Fair in complexion. He retired, I think, at the brigadier. General, fair in complexion. He's an German. He was the one that called me and told me, see, you do not do this. And when you are doing this, be careful, because there are so many toes that you are going to step on. You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. Be careful how you do this.
You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. South. I'm an German. I am going to go back. I'm an German. We are from the East. Like the man talking did not show his face anywhere. At least in Kenya, 80% benefit of doubt. You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. Not, I am from the Niger Delta. Why would you use the word we are from the East? I can't make it, but I love playing this our brother's video. I can't make it before. Can they play now first time? We are from the East. Do you know why I use that word? Because neba na bendi ugwa. Hama ifebe job. That is the more set, yeah. Family ifebe job. Family ifebe ibibio na ihe anyị na kogiri. Ha na afọ onye ọbụla as inyamani. You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. I'm a German, I'm a Ikwere man, I am not Igbo, I am not this, that. Yes. Any dream for the collaboration, any dream for the discussion.
One Lieutenant Colonel Boro. I think he was the chairman of the NDDC, fair in complexion. He retired, I think, as the brigadier general, fair in complexion. He's an German. He was the one that called me and told me, see, you do not do this. And when you are doing this, be careful, because there are so many toes that you are going to step on. You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. Be careful how you do this. I say, if there is the case, I cannot exercise my authority and arrest people that committed crime, and you want me to arrest people that were defending themselves, I will not take part in this kind of job anymore. That was the reason why I left. I resigned voluntarily. Yeah.
Wow. You know, it is becoming clearer to me now. You know, most of the time you've told us this, that you left the Nigerian Army at 18. The year of service years. So I have been wondering, so I decided.
We are from the East. On the Indian war front, understand what the language here. Because that is what unites them. Just like in abroad now. Okay? Let me not just say all abroad. In mainly in some Asia countries. Especially in some Asia countries, everywhere of black. In one of their city. All of a sudden, you sighted a black man on Isiocha. You would want to guy and so marakene ebosi as onye oji furu onye oji ngene a ga-ekene kpazie nkata. Where are you from? Then ya wee kwuzie kedu ife maka na ifuru fellow onye oji same color. Now ka onye na-agwa ya okwu onye ọ na-agwa okwu nwee ike ịghọta ya very easy without explanation or we are direct. You know where we came from. We are from the East. So that word, we are from the East, automatically unite everybody. Onye ọbụla bụ be it Ijo, Ibibio, all of them ụmụ ihe niile asị na ha bụrụ Igbo. Anybody ọbụla furu onwe ya na front line n'iru ọgụ. The only thing that makes them to accept themselves as brothers, yes, but Nanyinsi from the East. In fact, that East is like glue that hold Money Job, Money Bibio, Moichekiri, just name them. That East is like glue that hold them together. Mako ironi ruogwa azotachago the East. Where Zobi Bibio, Zobi Job. Makana Faga united to defend the East before we defend them, be it Igbo, Ibibio, and Ikwere, and the rest of them. Maka fellow hala unite to defend the East. Niru Ogwa. Oga very easy to pick them and the few one after another. So Niru Ogo, they introduce themselves as people that is from the East, because Pamana in the name of the people from the East, not in the name of so ndị nọ n'iru ọgụ understand na fa ruo n'iru ọgụ side mgbago ugwu a na fa na-afụta onwe fa as people from the East. Mana ndị a nọrọ n'iru ọgụ onye nọ na be nna ya na-agwa gị na arapụ ihe a na ya bụ onye Ikwere, because the who no go no no. For the time, you have the game.
To ask you this question. Thank you so much for clarifying us and everything. I still want to thank you for your moral standing. It's not easy. It's not everybody that will. And a lot of people will be asking, what am I going to continue to eat if I leave, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it is well. You know, when we are talking about the issue of dimension of this, you told us that
some people will continue to think, now let me continue on E4Jar. E4Jar or very attractive. Ga potafa promotion grade. Ga potafa we will increase your salary. Ga potafa In a run, our bidding, in a hana, ruan or run out, what under the depend over. In a run out, what up an age, Fiondi would keep you will remain here. In fact, I am sending you rob, a gun ever, waving in each other. Join Yanni, Kaimabundia. If urban nature will be provided. Join Yanni, Kainarunda, if urban nature will be provided. Join Yanni, Kaikonkandia. If urban nature, we will provide it for you. For the game. Yaka many of them Ikechianya Nemaro because of even written. But somebody saw it and they said, no, that this is not right before man and God. Or as I know, okay, when then non if oja today na easy. Mazis Ivanos, no.
That Nigeria was not like this during your time. So I understand that perfectly well, that Nigeria was not like this during your time. Now, what did you envisage? What do you think that is going to happen next year as these people are prepared to lay down war just because of religion or because of what they want? I mean the extremists like Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of them.
If you are looking for an opportunity to own real assets that produce
But we shall be not gas here. Here answer her.
You see, if not that, thank you for the opportunity once again. I was knocked off earlier. Yeah. You see, Nigeria is gone. The only unifying factor that can hold the country is the armed forces of Nigeria. When the armed forces of that particular country has been compromised, that country is gone. You do not have, your intelligence are not intact to fight. You cannot move freely, just like if you were moving before. You cannot carry tasks assigned to you simply because there are elements of these terrorists within the decision-making bodies of the land, and they are foot soldiers, what you commonly call the repentant terrorists, in them. I don't know whether you heard, some of my colleagues were protesting that they don't want to work with them a few weeks or months ago. How can you work with someone that has the ideology of dealing with you, that has been fighting you for quite some time? Now you call the person a repentant terrorist, drafted that same person into the force that has been fighting them before. It doesn't hold water to me. You see, it's just a matter of time. Like Olawumi said, it's a matter of time. And it's like they want to carry it out in Nigeria as quickly, as fast as they can. Let me tell you why they did this and how they have succeeded in doing it before Trump came in. There is what we call the first line of defense. When we were growing up, our families used to have double-barrel den guns and so on and so forth. That is your first line of defense. You can use it to hunt games. You can use it to protect your family against external aggression that is coming into your family. What did the Nigerian government do? They withdrew all those first line of defense. Yes, it is not able to face the capacity of the weapons that these people are using. They are using anti-aircraft guns. They are using RPG. They are using AK-47 rifles that have a killing range of 300 meters and a travel distance kilometer of about 1.5 kilometers. That is 1,500 meters. That is what they are using. And you dare not use pump action guns to face such people. Pump action guns distance is not more than 100 meters. Is that what you are going to use to face someone that has a killing range of 300 meters? It's suicidal. So what the government did was to withdraw all those little, weapons that you can use to protect yourself against these people and allow these people the express, let me just say, allowance to use their own weapons. And that is what they are using today. See, the government cannot control them because they are in there. They are in the decision making. Let me take you far away, Lebanon. I was in a platform with a Lebanese woman of about 78, 79 years. The woman told me, he said, do you know how Islam took over Lebanon today? By acceptance of Islamic refugees. Acceptance of Islamic refugees. They came in, they took over. The same thing that is happening in the United Kingdom now. They are now of a substantial population in the UK. Today, they are shouting Sharia Mukesu in the UK. That is Sharia. We want Sharia. We want Sharia. We want Sharia. Just like the way they were shouting January 2000 in Kaduna, Sharia Mukesu. Sharia.
Ihe na-egosi gị ihe na-abụ na UK ịnọdụ ebe nọ na-akọrọ mpeteri. Ihe na-egosi gị ya bụ ihe a na-ekwu na UK currently. If you know mount your guard, I forget. Sorry. America is, nobody is coming. The earlier you know this thing, better for you. Nobody is coming. Nobody is coming. On what I have, if you fan or automatically become the owner of the land. Only for they invite the West. The West have a business. If I have business, yo, and the business is for the living, or from the round. This earthly business, this earthly transaction is for the living. So the earlier you know this thing, you don't want to amount to all your guard, not the off man. The person is a joker. Nobody is coming. That is the truth. You may not like it. You may not like it, but that is the truth. The same UK now, what you are going through, UK is they are in it. In fact, they don't even know where to start. They don't know where to begin from. United Nations. They don't know UK. We are up there over here. They don't know where to begin. They don't know how many human rights. How do you human rights? For white human rights, how we judging that that's the same game. They want to beat them down with that the same game. Okay, you human rights. Or you receive these like it's not human rights in kind of work. They will human rights are not forced. And what I can say human rights now, where is the Charia law? Church Abasa. They will beat them like this their own game. So if you think no, we're tomorrow, you are wasting your time. That have been our stand. Nobody is coming. With even Megro is enough. It does only. It's about normally as Mata Tobankia, Mata Pakaria Ibiananko, as an Oparanko and Adolfia, Igazo. Mazep and Dogo said it. Obrone man idiare di capo di terroristi di puano so ma ko kan wero onye kwuru okwu nwere onwe na ọgụ nwere onwe a ga-akpọ terrorist. You know me na ife akpọrọ gị kedu ife your own people kpọrọ gị. Yeah, but the most important thing man, what we have saboteurs around us. The world or obodo bongo kpogode ndị nke anyị terrorist ndị nke anyị kwechiri kpọọ terrorist is opi me brufa. Making way for those that is coming to take over your land. Very easy. So because you are making the job of taking over your land very easy for those that want it. It's part of business, Ghana, and nobody is coming. Anybody telling you that anybody is coming, the person is a joker. Nobody's business transaction is all about interest. Scratch my back, I scratch. Okay, ego sinanimo no Malaysia, border Malaysia and Thai phone down on an issue in this year. And now to when nobody everywhere. And now to December 10, Okomo assign no treaty with Ndine rule Thai before and Siam. Those that know Thai very well, about Siam Paragon. If any now is connected to Ndi Chiburu Obodo. Nobody colonized them. To Ndi Chiburu Obodo. And about Siam. The same Britain signed treaty with Siam. Kewara eba for Naratiwat, Yala, and Epo Sokwa, when bordering Malaysia. Kewara the people, Kewa from Malaysia, Kewari from the Thai. They were opening, but have to be everywhere. And when I carry a fair, okay, it is simple than them. It is simple than them. Fair will open when nobody everywhere. But I had to know. Yeah, the reason why some of these things fly because our own people wouldn't help the invaders, making their job very easy. Instead of helping their own to make the job of the invaders difficult, they help the invaders to make the job of the invaders very easy. If I have Israel like UK, so they are going to beat UK like that their own game. How? Yeah, human right is our right. This is a all national community and women over. Oh, give us a referendum or what on again. Nobody is coming. Obodo Bongo made a referendum with okay, and okay, before we Kawai Kerenifa in Cameroon. Kehana body and buy Bakasi. What on your idea to supervise anything? Nobody is coming. You can wait 200 years. Or that is more pay before that time. If you amount of their flag, call the world. Let the world come and do business. So you're not Washington DC, because yes, you're not Washington DC in a boom over Cameroon. Not Washington DC, you are wasting your time there. Washington is not coming. Or what if you went? Washington not ever find a man. The only thing I get for Fabia, fair weapon DC. How would I don't see a papier on DC? I got to them. I hope when you see power, the foot soldiers are continue. Gassi over the bongo now. Why if you wear Biabia? Why if you wear now? If I went out of you wear Bia, for some see DNA stop ya before another. No, the world they are coming tomorrow. So human rights Britain, they are defeated.
Amukeso. You see, where they have minute number of them, they won't do anything. They would deploy what they call takia. Visit.
Where they have their minority, no worry if I get them. So they want to dominate you. Inye for Brana. And I go Southern Kaduna. Inye for Brana. Before money bene farmoba name encroach. The worst thing they get maybe with an never one plot, I forget sorry. Never one plot, I forget sorry. And that is normal. That is normal. On you go one plot of land now. On a more Nabuachiri emoji Gogoria on expand. You go one plot of land now. Tinyezia and Diana Wakifa. Before 10 years, farmoba carry out that one plot of land. And that is fact it's into another now one plot of land. They are going to force that is normal. They must expand, whether you like it or not. In fact, you're going to have 50 by 50 half lot. It is a must. The expansion by force. Come on, it doesn't fair now. Fine, April Anna, they move way far here, whatever. Whatever. If you watch it, he move a which guy has. He make that's why I love. That is normal. The expansion is normal. Before you want to have a your system.
But once they have a substantial number of them, they will begin to demand the tenets of Islam. I'm one of them. is that Sharia. That is it. So from my own viewpoint, Nigeria cannot survive it unless America comes in today, tomorrow. But left for the people of Nigeria, you cannot.
Okay.
Southeast cannot contend.
Unless America step in. India, nobody can. America is ready to step in. How do you already? One of the problem. Kedu mgbe a na-akpụpụ ndị a court ka efolo ya legal? Kedu mgbe a na-eje court ka e discuss ọba ndụ? Ekwesịghị ihe eji na-ere ezite mpụ.
Because you have been disarmed.
Sabotage, do the right thing. Sabotage. Because of sabotage, ojo sabotage abana n'ime ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ. Kama fa nwee kwuzi na sabotage dị too much na fa ma mmewu ife nyefe. Arụzie na sabotage. Na-achọzi put narrative that is bad and dangerous. We understand sabotage in the Bible. You are helping those that is after our land. You are making the job very easy for them by using one again.
And they have been armed. You see, you can't. Anytime they come to attack, the army will look the other way.
Okay.
The army will go.
Anytime they come to attack, and the Obambo will look the other way. Very simple. Yama. Sina Guaria, I do a Southern Katuna, fight help one day Obambo, fight help one day to conquer the indigenous population, to conquer indigenous population. You be a boss.
The army will go the other way. So, and anytime they want to do whatever they want to do, then the army will look the other way, whereas they now perpetuate their evil and enter into these places. Do you know how many terrorist cells that are there in the southeast of Nigeria? Do you know how many of them that have been scattered in South-South, in Southwest? Or your state is gone. So many places have been taken over.
If currently, if I have the most lucrative business among these people, actually Rana Efi. In fact, I can tell you now the difficulty if you genuine on your chief now. What the difficult if on your chief genuinely, what the difficult? Because if I have the most easiest way if I make go, na efifie eburu ochie efi yo eburu ochie efi na abali eburu ochie egbe among people ebe ndị mmadụ nọ nso eburu ochie efi ebe dị quiet eburu ochie egbe.
For them now to blow the alarm, they are waiting for them to go in. How are you going to tackle a man that is already in your compound, waiting for instruction to go on? How? I wonder what Nigerians would. I wonder what my people would do. I wonder what the South would do. South people. I wonder how prepared they are to face this.
All right, sir.
That is
I want to ask you another question, sir.
What is that? A black race, West Africa. No, Wakamele. Only when we escalate the third country, Boko Haram, Nigeria conflict, that only can attract world powers. That is why PM method remain the best option. Right, we must continue. So, away from the question, how about I go UK? Their number multiply. Actually, if I use the same UK system, KBT and the UK, and that's their own game. This is human right, you have to give it to us. This is people right, you. In your father, they are right. So when they are right. What Sharia law. You cannot give them their right and they take away Sharia law from them. So when you give them their right is to practice if the name Sharia. So you cannot take this one or give them this one and take this one. It is not possible. So you will give them one. That one, they will use it to control the other one. So in hand will just give them that human right they seek for, which they preach. In your Sharia. If you give them human rights and you fight them against Sharia, that is no longer human right. You must allow them. So that is that. And our even the go see. I'm on a video that I will play to you. When you listen to that video, you join here with another video that I will play to you before we go ahead. Watch this video. After this video, on another video I will show you. Then you join here with this video. If ever our problem. Now, listen to this again. Listen to this. Very important. After this, just briefing on this video, I will show you something.
Once a political system has been corrupted, right from the top, from the very top to the lowest rungs of the bureaucracy, the problem is almost impossible to solve without a revolution. The cleansing and disinfecting has to start from the top and go downwards in a thorough and systematic way. It was a long and laborious process that can be carried out only by a very strong group of leaders with the courage and the moral authority derived from unquestioned integrity.
Now let me show you another one. Na Woka, the correct Nefokuru. And this is why Haji were the great. And our mindset, Nefa in nature, but the reason why we are suffering what we are suffering. Now watch this. Watch this. If I have a political campaign, and that's not a boy state. If I have any mafia, now more during slave trade, during slave trade, or they wouldn't do it. You have politicians, Fabio campaign where the mafia. If I be mafia, more did not 21st. More this boy named Chaba, Kedi Fabia, do kwe. More never do kwe. Or different to it. Do kwe. Chaba, do kwe. Everybody about India name Magari. Hata bado dia ofu ande ba na te mana nda na eme dudukwe na fa na egbote si umu anu ma na eri na eme enjoy. Look at what they have subjected you to. Abject poverty. Moran destroy political system being corrupt. The only thing they change you before that man who put that video. I will go and replay that video again after playing this one. The only thing that will change the mentality of these people. But India that have succeeded in subjecting them without pity. India that is dealing with them without pity. Now I get raise tempo. If I want to call it. That is just the way out. India can get a court to discuss what, to talk what. Look at. I'm going in the bed to watch. If I compare the cable, Ebony State. This is why Oboro and the Fulani what when a village here now. India can't have a fan on Abuja. If you're the whole village, now nobody is coming, nothing will happen. Look at. Mobo in the bed, you quay.
Onye ha party ọzọ ọbata mkpụkpụ ya iwe ogo si bọkpọrọ isi asị ati arụ ọrụ bụ APC ọsọ ọgụnụ bụ APC onwe n'oge anọ tara bụ apụga onwe n'isara bụ PDP n'ọba anga shiri nche ati anyị nwere bụ sọsọ
ihe abụ mmiri o mmiri a bụ ife divide fa nọrọ n'ime ọfịa na one day anọ APC n'ime ọfịa. Ife a bụ man-made suffering, no spirit anywhere. Ndị lere obi na-eme gị ụdị ife a, kedu ife ngị na fa na-akọ? I will replay that video again. Ka ị were agbakọ ife ndị a ji wee dị great. For ife a ji wee dị great. Ị gbakọzie your mindset and your leaders. Ị mara the mindset fa nwere. Please kindly touch the like button. Program a ama mgbe oge.
APC. Onye ha pati ọzọ ọbata mkpụkpụ ya iwe gosi bọkpọrọ ijas pati arụ ọrụ bụ APC APC onwe ndị anọtara bụ apụga onwe ndị sara bụ PDP n'ọba aka shiri nche pati anyị nwere bụ sọsọ APC ekele mụ nọ ndị be anyị ebe a na-ekpekpere ya aka abụga ga-eminita ahụle ngele a mmọkụminita ahụ mmọkụmin ịlụ ala ngele a anyị ejidọrọ aka ekele mụ nọ ndị be
Ka m play that video again. Ka ọ nwee ihe na-aghọta. Onwe onye brain ya akpọchi ka brain ya akpọpe. Ọ bụrụ ya should be the mama fly. You gotta go. Before anyị aga na Subas program. Ọ ka mma na ị na-ege ihe ntụ a. Ị na-aghọta ihe a na-ekwu. Ọ bụdị prayer. Oh, pray for your leaders. Onye a kpegbuo onwe ya. Ojugochukwu Dalo, Mazi Kedenna, the government of Bongo have done a lot to our people. Now, listen to this. You join here with Ife na Anwebere.
Once a political
politician like them, listen.
Once a political system has been corrupted, right from the top, from the very top to the lowest rungs of the bureaucracy, the problem is almost impossible to solve without a revolution.
Is your problem now impossible to you? With what we are seeing, about they are impossible. Okay, you can enter the West to come and deliver you from chain your own people, my academia. You are a joker. You can enter the West. They are coming to arrest your political leaders. The only thing I can remember is a sanction. And travel ban to their country. Federal another country. In fact, if you ban them in America, faga UK ban off of faga Dubai. Dubai ban off of France. France ban off of Italo ban off of Singapore ban Ugrana JJ Kanko. In fact, Iban offer Europe in the Faga Africa. J Tunisia. African country, gas Egypt. They will obey the law of that land, but they cannot fix your life. Your political destiny or the Lord will corrupt. He offered a profound solution.
Cleansing and disinfecting has to start from the top and go downwards in a thorough and systematic way. It was a long and laborious process that can be carried out only by a very strong group of leaders.
Only by a very strong group of leaders. A very strong group of leaders. Social media only a very strong group of leaders. Oh, Nigeria agent. Oh, you are a Fulani person. Oh, I got
with a courage and moral authority derived from unquestioned integrity.
And if I were one of I am going to deliver Finland to your doorstep. Mambo, an easy task. Delivering Finland to your doorstep. Other countries say win. Delivering Finland to your doorstep will be a very heavy task that must. Yamagano, for that tax. Naga on. Maybe I should wear the mama flag. And that is that. We move. Kindly touch the like button if you haven't done that. Share the program. I am a preacher of the gospel of redemption. All right. And here you have it.
Akpọ ụmụ mmiri n'ọnụ were ekwue onye ọna na-atụrụ oge nkele ego na-atụrụ oge nkele ego eji egbu ụmụ Igbo. All these people are criminals. John Kanu Ntakanu kedu iwe o ji ego a na-atụ eme ya bịa gwa anyị this fundraising na Kanu Ntakanu na nne nna ya anya na-eme gịnị ka fa ji ego ahụ eme ya bịa gwa na ihe ji ego because ya makịtasị ndị mmadụ for fundraising ndị mmadụ abịa na-atụrụ gị ego ị naghị agwa ihe ji ego ahụ eme kedu ife eji that money eme. Let Kanu Ntakanu to come and tell us kedu ife o ji that money eme. Let Kanu Ntakanu bịa gwa anyị kedu onye ụlọ ya na-represent our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu because na our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu la anọghị ejimaka dị represent zie Aloye Ejumako bịara gwa anyị that na Kanu Ntakanu anaghị na ya na-represent zi our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu.
New Tasty Tom fries well, blends well, shines in the moment.
Creating a website can be complex. Choose Hostinger, a simple place to host your WordPress site.
All the legal things so na represent our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị na-ajụ Kanu Ntakanu kedu ndị lawyer na-afụ maka case our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kedu mgbe our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu appeal court ya abịa. So owu na Kanu Ntakanu owu na ine anya efu that na Nigerian government ji your brother our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu emejo njoroko organize the protest in Europe. Organize the protest in Europe. Let us go to Nigeria embassy. Let us go to European Union office. How will they do European Union? That place. Call out, call worldwide protest. Or one on Geneva, or Geneva. Or one on Germany, on Germany. Or one on London, on London. More than them that we come. Organize the protest for our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu Ntakanu gana nne na ya nyotoro gbagbu ụlọ na-abụ ụlọ ka nna agwa own fundraising the problem will protest. Let us create awareness. Let us tell the world that they are cleaners. Let us tell the world that now our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na atro ya ngani ifo mero. Let us kaijoni European Union kaijoni United Nations office or the Europe. Let us continue that protest that we are going to come. Mwa dande banande that will be there. Me wona wali da Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na eleliziri ye. Me wona wali da Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Kanu Ntakanu nwanne gị nwoke ya ha nọ na
Kesi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwesịrị igosi ụnụ ihe onye ọbụla ma ife. Kesi ya kwesịrị igosi ụnụ ife. Very simple. Kesi ya kwesịrị igosi ụnụ ihe. Ahụra m ka a ga-esi ya mee explain. Eji ya a na-ekwu na ntụ esi wee jide ya dọrọ mma ekpe ya ikpe tụọ ya nga. The word agade onwere onye kwuru nobody said anything. That alone was something. And you have been crying for the world to speak for the past 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. The world, nobody is saying nothing. So you are still waiting for them to say something now. You must be joking. Come on, the world will tell you nobody will go with suffering nature. If our internal crisis, this thing is internal. It has nothing. This thing poses any danger in world politics. Nga atụrụmaazị Nnamdi Kanu n'obodo Bongo. It has onwere ife o gbochiri mba ụwa. Oppose any threat like international community. Ife a bụ internal ife na-eme n'obodo Bongo. Ịma mmadụ ọ na-efere Ethiopia, ịma mmadụ ọ na-efere ya. The world, why am I there? We have 5 years. So you can win hope na mba ụwa na-abịa ekwu okwu. I don't know. 5 years. How many days make 5 years? Who can back on here? How many years make 5 days? Can you go maybe in a 5 years? They want to be short or 5. So because here by how many days make 5 years? You have for how many thousands of days that make 5 years? And in that many thousands of days, to challenge that in my international court. Practical. It is not enough. Even international community, international standard. Yes, the document have been there. That is, if there is any. But the question, how can you activate it to begin to function for your own favor? That's just the question. International treaty, Bongo sign, they are signatory to it. They are signatory to international treaty. But what happened? When it is now time to obey the same treaty they are signatory to, what happened? They bypass it. That treaty, signatory to, na family obey. Why? Because being signatory to it, questioning when people supervising it, people policing it, to make sure now that you are signatory to. No, when they supervise, to make sure that nobody go against it. Man, okay, what I again? Oh, people have mother gone against it, and what if that alone, a piece of that document that they are signatory to is not enough. If there is no way for you to activate it, for it to begin to work, you can achieve for you to benefit from that the content, having document and reading out the content of the document is not enough. If you cannot convince me with having a written document, I will only believe when I begin to benefit from the content of the document. Oh, back and again. That is the truth. So, how many days make 5 years? Maybe I'm call thousands of days. Yeah, nobody cares. My name will go 5 years. It may only go second now 5 years. One make 5. Nakarapi more with 10 5 from 10 over 10 years. 20. At least life imprisonment depends. On the life imprisonment 25 years, 7 years. Some life imprisonment does not mean no until no high sentence. So it's very simple. Obodo Bongo is signatory to this treaty. When it is now time for them to do that they are signatory to. Farapre, Gakona. Then that supervisory or Obodo Bongo but into this treaty together or agreement. What have they done? What are they going to do? Nothing. Then how can you now convince me that they want a treaty? The treaty is just as useless as even useless. Obodo Bongo nwere ọnụ n'Africa. Ebe ọbụla ọ dara saying, nah, this is our big brother. Go and verify. Some of these African countries, they fear Obodo Bongo as they recognize Obodo Bongo as big brothers. That is why you see sometimes any document this, that, how can this document? In fact, if you have international passport, travel. The international passport is useless. You have international passport and you have not traveled with it. It is useless. Yes, you want international passport. The reason is when we have one day you get travel, but for the fact that you made that thing on arrow, that thing is useless. Just like somebody gonna now go to teach you. However, no one go to teach you other onions. Because this is the need. You gotta teach you an episode today. What is here if you have memory? That is the thing. If I and I are very simple. Man, got this practical. Open the man got a he got not you to say something. One how many days make 1 year? That's not 300 and make 1 year. 300 and yeah, make 1 year. 2 years. You have almost 1,000 something. More than carry 1,000 something days. The war the Uberogu by Namazan they can believe in a hand. You can't believe. Oh, when you feed them in that is just it. So in another actually war that forgave son. Nobody is coming. And I bet where have they went to like this age since 10 years now, 20 years ago? Somaliland, the recognition of Israel in Somaliland. Somaliland, they never exist, never business, where bank, now for doing their thing. So these people, the recognition of Somaliland because of interest. Because of interest. Israel elelanya funandia na fa use their waterway. Febru maka their interest, but obro maka that one day they don't send you, just they do your thing. Then they do their thing together. So without that recognition, then they were they do their thing. Immediately that they were nowhere until that recognition. They have been existing for that something years before this recognition happened yesterday. And they have been existing. Naha just never exist. They have been governing themselves in charge, determine their political fate in their land for 30 something years before this recognition. So without this recognition, they will continue to prosper. So even if we have nobody is coming. 365 days, okay? Make 1 year. Times 5 years. Times no matter how many days, thousands of days, the world have not said. Who is going to say something? Yeah. I'm not telling you to believe me. If you obtainable, practical. Igosi mozo, egwamo ebe ụzọ a na-ele edito. ichinye m key ịgwa m ntu esi akpọpụ ya ma na-akpọpụ ya were ya na-akpọchi na-afụ sign or treaty with you. And where people gonna stand by supervising the treaty to make sure no one signatory to this treaty, no one obey this treaty. Anybody that fail to obey this treaty, about why court. And then if you obey your but over case and say treaty to appear. Ijimi quote to treaty. In a quote treaty nowhere. Something must happen to activate it. So Bodomungo, according to Twice Wellman, that Mazen Nadekano was kidnapped. Kezi fe ndia hana habi ya kana wokugoro. Bon African national. Before you talk Europe, Kahabese, a man of many of them, getting African Union. Getting Heko was good. Kobe no kata no hama ute. Nko ba for ha no kata ma ute for their own interests. Nko ba for ha no kata ma ute for their own interest. Nko ba pose danger to their interest. Fama ute. Mana obro ha na nka ayo na rapor ndia akoro wona. Imego na eji anu ha je bi ha na spend na to save you. Feel ha man here je ga ba. Ndebe ha finish by research. Obro ebe is organ Africa. As of in Africa, ebe ha gonna test ogu ha na ebute.
Gano woloche no na scam our people na ezuvo ochi na anokapa nke that lato kuna nna ya na each all of those monies unu didi ha ncha niile unu keye utunu hala wole hala criminal group makana ntakano china asanwolu chike doze no all the criminal dog of sell out otu akunu si di ego a niile Kenya maka uchi ndo achala ugobe na ndo otu ha we wuru irat ju na social media.
You've probably seen videos like these blowing up all over social media. Well, the good news is that you can create them yourself.
If anybody donate for Canon Takano, man, you happen Canon Takano kazi bobo yana chie yana nena yanya. Komana na tenega the ultimate. The ultimate kita let in Canon Takano organize a massive protest. Massive protest.
Over the Amazia Banjoko Grakota. Kedi, how serious the Bani take here? Large number of us. Kedi, how serious? Kedi, how serious the Bani take here? From protest, if from confusion. Maria now. In case what if I met tomorrow, know it now that what if I actually met tomorrow. Or by the same set of people in your announcement, but when they get here now. I'm not going to get the name. The money who protest there, oh God, some people feel like now why would you job on there again? Why would you job on there again? Why this? If I have one day available, even before the protest. These people, the announcement, have been around. And we're a fresh person. Then after the protest, they are the same people that is around. So if something like that, of that nature, on call again, or from the same people, mana we only ife ga-abụ anyị n'anya mgbe ụfọdụ anyị anya ka ọ bụ na anyị afụrụ ife a pụta n'igwe mee ife a to pass a very good message. Pụta n'igwe mee ya to rapụ Kennedy individual because that is the vessels that is available. And with another vessel. Ọ bụ na enwere onye ọzọ now, the person can mmadụ nwere ike gwa m so that if ụdị ihe a na-ahapụ na anyị na-ene anya na ụdị ihe a chi ime ụbọchị ọzọ nọ ebe a ka o ji si ya abịa onwekwa. So that ihe nyere the announcement that time bụ vessels that is available on social media. That was why my focus was not on the messenger or the announcer or yes, the messenger. My focus on the message, not on the messenger and how the messenger was trying. I know it's difficult, or the very, very difficult. I know now that difficult task I ever had even what the very difficult to bypass some characters of messengers and they uphold their message. What the very difficult. I with seriousness. But what happened? Auto narrative. That shows that we are not yet serious. God help me. God help me. Child. Heaven help those that help themselves. I tell you. Onye zobe Kenya. Nwata pasịa ibi ya na nkụ asị na ọkpara nke ya na ajọ ọfịa. Nwata chọba nke ya ọ bụrụ ajọ nwa. Ihe a bụ okwu Igbo, nwata chọba nke ọ bụrụ ajọ nwa. Ka ezi ka ị ga-esi na-achọzi nke gị i wee na-asị nna nke ihe ndị ụwa ji agba anyị. Ndị ụwa nna ndị ụwa they are enjoying their ifo vidiyo m gbara gị ndị Ebonyi steeti. O nwere ebe such campaign ga-eme anywhere in Europe. Ndị a anyị na-echede ka abịa. Such campaign ifuru emere na Ebonyi steeti. O nwere ebe ụdị ife a ji eme. Ndị ọcha na-emere campaign AC house, AC hall. Ịbịa dịrị ịma mmanụ campaign. Isi nwere ọ dị rie nne ṅụọ mmanya agwa gị ife eje ka ime. AC house, AC hall. Ọ bụrụ nke a na-abịa ebe onye ọbụla akwụrụ ọtọ na-eyi wawawa. Ọ bụ ntu a ka ndị ahụ ụlọ na-achọ to emulate from. Ọ bụ ntu a ka si govern their own people. We are just useless and foolish. You want to emulate America, you want to emulate Europe. The way you govern your people, the way you treat your people. Ọ bụ ntu a ka ndị ọcha si treat their own people. Ọ bụ nne ka ụnụ na-eme campaign. Look at the more favorable campaign. Gaba. Kunie nọ na Fulani H-men gara ebe a jeme ndị mmadụ attack now. You will not see anybody. Mana campaign eruola ị ga-ele your vote abịa. Mmiri divide gị n'ime ọfịa.
Ọnwụ nọ na ka ije United Nations office or ka ije na European Union. Let us go there and protest. Onye the most important. Ndị nọ na ba ya emenwu that protest. Sit at home etinyele eji eme protest. You people have stopped that fight that sit at home. Fight anya fight no go.
Iruo na anyị ba anyị now. Na-enwe graduates every year. Brilliant graduates. Brilliant graduates every year. But there is no job. So those graduates, they have to force themselves. In fact, any fresh graduate gonna have two options. One, or got a way to travel out of Obodo. Fresh graduate. Two, or got how to create job for himself or herself. Why? What you were doing to her? The government have failed. So it is not as if you were brilliant graduates. You produce them every year. They are well read. It's enough. But no playing ground, no fanidri to practicalize Ifefa Bonisi as fresh graduates. Nothing. So they are just like a written book. That is what they look like. Because when you begin to read those books, you will begin to implementing Ife Gotar. So, go say as fresh and brilliant graduates, with all Fagane tinye ife niile a fa m gụtara n'akwụkwọ n'ọrụ ka obodo nwee ike na-aga n'iru. Mana mgbe ọ bụ na fa gosi akwụkwọ pụta brilliant, yet no job to practicalize if I am they are just useless and worthless. That is the truth. They are just like car parked at owner's risk. God help
sit at
me.
home, make sure and sit at home.
Please talk the right words.
On how walk, see. No problem,
They are live and
sit
direct.
at home now. So now, everyone I don't know that you protest. All come on. The nature when I warn on the buy our youth. That is nothing like IPOB gathering.
Okay.
That is nothing like IPOB gathering. IPOB gathering may exist anywhere. If you gather, they will hire a boogie and they have go ya for zugi. A brugi bana harvest organ and go. No need a massive belly. If I
need to be careful. I need to be careful. Before you now get any gathering, especially in the homeland, we are 2 elephants fight. No one be finance of here. So over in the homeland, one family, which you got there. Which you got there. I'm not going to get Purugo. Mazin and the Canabata. Every book in him when I have it by so you want to do check.
Nde Bruna Anambra State, during Obiano, during Obiano, with over 300 and something,
okay.
A massive.
China to Odozini Eba, Obanana, so no Atlanta, Obanana Eba, Gorola, whoever, on an is weekend car abroad. Ochichana, a boat to the mother, or it or not on his land. A junior mother on Nendiocha, politician, Serena Befa, Ganiana Befa, no Wodabungo, Gagoran, no, not very peacefully. Other Young Achichana, kama hii retire na benia la na fresh air ọgbapụ o nwere ife na-achụ ya and ife a na-achụ ya the too big for him to confront and he refused to rapụ ndị chọrọ confront that is bigger than him ọ rapụrụ ndị a ka ndị a confront ya o jekwa abụrụkwa ọgbachi. That is who we are. That is how we are.
I'm an AI built to trade for you.
Okay, what does that actually mean?
I'm an IPOP, 300 and something. Uzunde mad. Na Anambra State, no fuebe, obara na social media. Enjere na news. Uzunde Bunimo State, can you cook with? Unde Bunenu State, can you cook with? Unde Buneburi State, can you cook with? Unde Bunada State, can you cook with? Anybody, IPOP start protest, Abobusi Hanchanine. Anybody not follow gathering, I would imagine now the Kano, there's nothing like a gathering. Canon Takano Hayala Patag, J. John Canon Takano, Oma's instant security network had a crew to Kedebahano, Canon Takano, all of them, all of them. Canon Takano didn't say anything up to today. If a Mero was Rikeji, we bakwa. So now after Leuzun, them when they batrofa. Upon no mazing will if we will nothing. Not just the instant security network, Nigerian minute wage Bobusi Hanchanine, Canon Takane Kuhoku. Canon Takane Kuhoku. Mechiono. Una case if you like, lobby share life for Muibo. Oh, need a jagadala, another time they make a man out that no one in an animal moons and mozo. Will it buy no to Canon Takano, but see what is here wood. Yeah, their system. Mboso need to get the guys to see you. Mboso needs to get the hatch of Dezu could not find so after you. I need a mazen and the canon anything. I need a mazen and the canon will on board the bar canon takano.
Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence? Okay, to me, all your evidence that Mazen Nam the canon is not aware. More the home man defend your defa. Jacoji have more for the Kukwenya in us. What if no man?
What did a Mazen and the canon in disorder?
And the problem about when they sound like this now, or they are see if na pharmacy chop tomorrow, Namazen Nnamdi Kanu that there is something they will do or they can do. They cannot. They are not fit to do anything. So when they sound like this, you feel no what? Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not aware. He's not aware. You want evidence. You want the evidence. Okay, what if name as the man not aware? Can you confront him to his face and ask him why is you were create IFA Eben card? They cannot confront. They cannot ask question. The only thing they do is to run their mouth on social media. Oh, he's not aware. He's not. What if name or they are aware? Why you cannot? So before you queen over in you make a show. How bold he got it. My information now because as for joy. So if you know for joy for joy or something that is meaningless. If you get me able, imagine chop that Amazon Nane cannot be aware, then you will now ask him, man, why did you do this? Can you say the reason? Man, the funny part of it, man, that you know, man, go now, no, they are aware of it. There is nothing you can do. You will just smile. And or if I can of fear. Oh yeah, whether if I never need you, man. Yaka obodo DC ojiji wedding to his wedding. You are not sounding the way you are sounding because you know or name and this is not right. You are sounding because to you, no makakano. Yes.
One day the truth will come out. One day the real truth will come out.
Balance choir. Obro rain, I mess kwa mobile mazet na the canoe that way. Anya, we commend you. Obala mesa mobile other way is yoku, as you said. We will commend you and they commend him because the only way I get Ziga more their way, come other way, we through him. So MSC chop that through him, Lord that way. We will thank him. MSC when I chop that through him, Lord their way. Oh, now just say why?
Hey, Ada. Oh, even in the map and I put a social media.
No,
oh, everything.
Please,
oh, when Ghana we do what to go 120. I can you even in wasn't key a mana mbọ na anyị na-ekwu okwu mana na that na mbọ na anyị apụta na ebe a na-ekwu okwu mana na that na anyị nwere enough information complete enough information
ọ bụrụ nwere information gosi anyị to convince us the more o nwere information mgbasiri anyị na video nke a bụ underground work Singapore prime minister or president they have encouraged their citizens. Marry early. The government is there for you to support you. Have many children. The government got your back. If I have a play, a show, or underground job. No. Please kindly touch the like button if you haven't done that.
The only person with the kid board, why on we could now, and the more than them and they.
Without evidence. If you couldn't without evidence, I am correct. I bet you're a mag without evidence, I am correct. Oh, one child.
On a kaja fight, I can make sure that they eliminate lie by all costs.
The one I fight, isn't that a fight there to eliminate how this was.
On a cage, I try to make sure that they make the iron by all costs.
Imagine.
And it can never work for them.
Imagine.
So, because we lose the most we can jabumi when we channel. Anybody not going to IPOB, so IPOB as wrong. Nobody will only need a for Biafra. Onwe kunye na ejije Biafra. Aye nwe kwadi de Nigeria for Biafra. Ya do ata we ga hono na ata na anakoro yo no na eri. Ana anakoro yo na ya na Nigerian government nke atoro. Nke enyere ha.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Military calisthenics workout, 15 minutes every day.
If your belly looks like this, your chest looks like this, and your back looks like this. This Monday, we start the military.
Did you make sure that I destroyed everything? Cannot have two apple one name, okay? 2 4 key. I don't know, come master prophet in a saying, Gedika no chechi. kedu ka Uchechi Kanu si wee mara o nwere program Master Prophet mere ọ na-ajụ kedu ka Uchechi si wee mara na tina Warida Maazị Nnamdi Kanu no Kenya. I don't care. I just gafete that program ahụ o mere program o mere kuji mmeje n'anya ma na ọkpọrọ afọ na that program. Ọnwụ na o kwuru maka mụ na that program abịazie ngwa the whole world ife jikọrọ mụ na Master Prophet. Agbakwa m mmiri n'ọnụ wele ekwu
Master Prophet wiketi ya n'iya hot.
Ekwukwana m ya ọzọ.
Ị ga-agba mbọ na-eweta evidence. Ọ ya ka anyị na-agwa gị na-eweta evidence. Ife ị na-ebo ndị mmadụ bụ ibo, ihe ị na-ebo ndị mmadụ bụ allegation. Ị na-eweta evidence na ndị na-ada ụtọ gị fa ebido kwetebe na ihe ị na-ekwu bụ eziokwu. Mana kemgbe niile, no evidence. No evidence. No evidence.
So, ụmụ Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ ụmụ ike nji aba. Gịnị na-akụ? Onwebekwe ihe m nwa ada mmụọ Lily tata. Never eat anything no. Today. So, onye ọnwụ na ya adị onye ọnwụ na ya adị onye asị m go and sit down. Nna onye asị if you're not following the oge nkele, you're not following, you're looking for Biafra. Abịazi ebe ọsị m go and sit down. Ama na ọ chọrọ ka m nwere super glue nyụọ ya nyado onwe m n'oche before mara na nna na ọdụkwa nkọ ife ọ chọrọ. Nna be anyị ọdụ nke chọrọ ka m nwere super glue were nyado onwe m na n'oche before mara na nnọrịrị ya na nke ya na-asụ m go and sit down. Nna ọdụkwa egwu ebere m ebe nnọ balansị ọfụma n'oche were ichike m nya ya anya n'oche ị bịakwa ebe a asụkwa m go and sit down ka ezi ka m esizi jezi sitizie down na ebe ezi ka m esiti down. Ọdụkwa egwu ọka m na times ọ na-adị confused nọ na-adị ezigbote confused at times. I'm sorry because enwe m ike menyere
ọjọọ ka e were spagolo onye anọ otule ihe spagolo otule fresh nnọọ ihe spagolo otule jeje daalụ nnọọ
na kacha nwere ka m esi wee help unu. So ụmụ Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ mụọ anyị na-eje mụọ na anya ibe a na-egbuchasị ụmụ Igbo chere ka ngosi unu because ọ na-awụ na-agwa unu na Ngozi Olabaeze wee terrorist unu anaghị ebelieve ya. Chere I'm gosi unu something now.
I'm gosi m ọkọ na-ebelite Ngozi Olabaeze.
I'm gosi unu something. Merde. I'm gosi unu something.
But we must continue.
Mana ọ na-awụ na-ekwu ya. John can go see on this one. Ihe niile a na-egosi ụnụ kịta ụmụazị ndị Igbo na-eso Ngozi Olabaeze kwa ihe a ọnwụ dat na
nwaanyị anọ ife aka eji na-akọ ife onye a video abi pictures this guy na-agba na social media for some time na o megodiri picture nke oyi efe ESN ka ede ya efe gịnị ka oyi ihe a bụrụ ede ọ bụrụ ya efe gịnị ebe ihe a bụrụ ede ntu a o nwere efe nwanne m fụrụ one uniform oyi bụrụ ede ka ede ebe uniform
mbọsọ ọnwụ na-ekwugidere okwu isozighị Ngozi ọ enupụ isi Ngozi esi ndị Ebube Agụ Elite Squad Terrorist Organization ya ọ ndị Ebube Agụ Terrorist Organization ọ na-akọmand ha bịa gbuo oge
a na-epost ebe niile na daga anwụọ na ọnwụgona
I post even even say I TikTok in my group no I post even now just no much the RIP. The guy I'm gonna even say video yourself about what you said. Even there me video. Now that me good that guy. How we be? I'm actually post okay about what let me post it. I just post to go to on Facebook now TikTok. You post to it. I just can message the video. I'm coming more chance I can make video about the guy call to switch. But
Sorry about that. I think the sound is back now. Sorry about that. So from one comment section, the sound is back now. From one comment section, from one Facebook post, and I call one of the guy they call Asinopro. Call Gamepe his own camp. Ufodo Sinopro. Ghana Acho this security. The sound is back now. No pro nation this security. Ọtụtụ news akarịa na no pro nation ndị vigilante. So ebe fa chụchara ndị vigilante na-anazi n'ụtụtụ daiziere ndị uwe ojii ka sị nọ ndị ọgba mgbe fa na-ana daiziere ndị uwe ojii ka sị nọ ndị ọgba mgbe agbabazie egbe mgbe atụ dị gari. So enweela ọtụtụ news banyere ya na ndị onneke nwaanyị a na-abụ onye na-ekwu okwu Ngozi Orabe. News niile a na-afụ news niile dị na social media enwere ife ọbụla the guy ka efocus mana ọ ya bụ ife a na-adị eme ndebe anyị ihe ọbụla ịfụrụ ịdọrọ ya dọwanye mmadụ n'ime without evidence just because na gị na onye ahụ adọrọ na mma without proof. Ọ dịrọ mma.
The guy I'm gonna if I'm on TikTok, then TikTok a type of disaster.
The sound is bad.
Disaster on na TikTok. You na OI million.
Okay. Omo TikTok. The guy the sound is back now. The sound is back now. Okay, ya nwa TikTok. Omo TikTok account. Makwa no TikTok. As no disaster ka ọ na-aza na TikTok.
Disappear until September 1st to become the smartest person in the room. Take a 1 minute.
Where's the boy? You know, UC. Where's the boy? UC able that time. Where's the boy? I'm gonna say, my UC, my OI million. My Ghana ball devil spoon. I'm a Hanjanina. TikTok. I'm a Hanjanina. I'm a video call. I'm join. No life.
Oh, and I got your life. And I got your life na TikTok. Na TikTok ka dia. And I got your life. My video call me any na. I'm a come up. Although or maybe my grandma use TikTok na. Na mother actually I can wait on my TikTok. The only way for me to use that TikTok effectively when I'm going 1,000 followers. So that I can stream it. I can stream TikTok here direct from my studio here. I want to make 1,000 followers there. All got difficult. I will be streaming with StreamYard. Then I will be streaming with another phone on TikTok. Okay, the horror gathering stress.
Disaster. Disaster. A full video. Ma video na OI million. Ma video na video kanko. Kita ono na. Ako to isi ekwu game post nke uni. Of from them na si hana. Obra ase. Mo confirm mo if na confirm mo post.
Everybody is learning his lessons. That is the truth. Learning his lessons.
aha no kata je post mmadụ ọ bụ mmadụ na mmadụ anwụọna ma ha eme nọta na-egbukwa ndị Biafra na mee post
please kindly touch the like button.
egbukwa ndị ahụ Biafra na mee post so na ma ha aja first time kpese since I'm post you see TikTok since last year TikTok ya obo ha post na TikTok nyuo since ya ngozo yengu TikTok goso na mmadụ ngwo onye design star na ka don't die say don't die agbara egbe ifukọ ba sa gosi aga ndami na police na nwekwa igbo nke ikpeazụ ahụ kwasị ụmụazị ife kwesịrị na ha gba anakpuo ọzi hapụtazi ya na-eche onwe ha ka na-eche onwe ha too much na village ọ savage na-eche onwe ha too much onye mere ife all those things dị eme akwesịrị agba ha anakpuo bete ha ruo aje na-eche onwe ha eche onwe ha na-eme na onwe ife eme Mom, Nigerian zoo took too much, you. I tell you.
Oh, if you maybe even underestimate you over the book, sorry. Over the bongo, I'm bagging on sovereign nation. I pity you have that feel over the bongo. If one over the bongo, which you ever have the capital of there is demon. Capital of Ndiamos, because you are not just against Obodobongo. Your own people, Gasa idea Obodobongo, Fiogi. Oh my God, we hear now before my man I say that nigga are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Even like that, you're whiter than white, you have to be extremely careful of your own people. Obodobongo na African countries, he have a big brother. Big brother, Obodobongo, big brother. Or this. And I'm going to Obodobongo. Couldn't consider on a hard UK. Kaga kidnap or maridiko. Obodobongo. First, see the Jaguana, no stamp will be fair, wether on a fellow. The same pattern Kapaji were Ghana African soil. Go by and the can come, you know, but don't need nowhere. Jan African country, Ghana, Kenya, for Mazin and the Kanawa, and what if American bar? Well, if yeah, big brother. So if you learn SMTC, Carabas.
Not too much.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with pause.
And the however, why are and the affording the band that is running propaganda against one another because of hatred, envy, and jealousy. Even the owner of the voice, na video player, top more of Ngozi Orabeze. But what do you have? Yaman nowhere that is playing video somebody played. So I was listening now. Camera whenever the guy who played the video from his end, the guy just made mention of names of Ndi ground. Wagging over the bongo basirike. Obronema Maria. Over the bongo basirike. Or what again, they are over too much. Never issue over too much. So from issue over too much, you become overconfident. Now, when? You gotta go. My name is Ipuonwe. So Onya just made his point. Why are you able to ask Ngozi Orabeze? If you got the problem. I was waiting. Because if all you know second-hand report. In fact, the thing where you can take that hand. Even this one that I'm doing now, I am not even sure, no 50 hand. Because the video has been flying on social media. People have been adding their voice, saying one or two things. So go that I was thinking, can no play Charlie, I'm not mafia. Can you see for you?
Okuno ife a na-ekwu. Okuno no ya all these boys in the song goes all like goal of Fulani, Otu Akangozi Sibu, all of them one after the other. Otu Akangozi Sibu fa. Nkobia no deceive boy make a command. Otu Akosi will apota some Biafra angels. Now you make a command. Now you yana 40 state of Biafra. Yam Otu Akesi the menundibo. Song goes all like goal of Fulani, the menundibo. Otu Akesi bu.
For you to be elected president, you should have at least 50+1. If you
turn on your notification button. Watch this video as we play it to listen to the people that pied him and how they were able to cut him and pied him.
And again.
Yeah, no matter. Yeah, I can be Udodron. Udodron, my wife. I can just be most state and Nigeria at large. Udodron. Happy weekend, everyone. Yeah, I do also. I didn't know place out of me quick to quick of Iboland, but one. A lot of money. Up number month. I remember month. Ebidogwe, Kaisha Mekwe. I'll tell you me last year.
This voice now, I have listened to it on Facebook. And I know I'm Ngozi. But let's listen.
Yeah, Ebidogwe, Ember month. Papa Nehanishi. Papa Nana and the one is a Karapa and
please touch the line button.
So no don't just relax with it. Yotala, how I'm many. Yota, we're not gonna give up. Yotala, I get quite better. They must give up. They must leave our community. They must stop kidnapping our brothers and our sisters. Yotala, you must say the Gajiriru. Umaka Gajirin Jab Gajiro, Amazano Gajiro. What else you could consider? Yeah. Only say that Nihojo, Kama, Kariama, Yaga Gangani, Gakparibu, Gakparibunga, Baga. All time you queer and you queer. Come before days. I na monitor Jawara about, now monitor Jawara about, Nachi until number the autumn I wouldn't be here. I to Budo disaster. Second in commander, I pencil. Yes, disaster on Yawa. The notorious Omanamanu, the notorious bandit. And when I be 44, this year. Yeah, come the last 4 days or 5 days. Motor. Yaprondo here.
I hear the voice in the and hear the voice in the you were in a connect program on Lasuba. You got a good legend.
What? Gawa Ebo Governor. Roga give me a campo. Okay. Gabe. No, I fully. So number there.
In fact, Omega program last Suba one time. No, ever B44. One of her program one time. Over B44. And then this video now, about B44. As now, one gap B44, according to the voice that is playing. And the last Suba. Mboku omenento sirikele B44 amara mma B44 ko just ruo mana obogafe one time like that na one of our video
yeah ozi yadro akwato ye yotala so onyo nwata si na if you say your mama no go sleep you go sleep you no go sleep you say you no go sleep I don't know feeling Clinton no ga be disturb by my can guy I know I'm in a peace. Obodo, a lovely place.
None again. I don't go again to
Yaprondotia.
I get
Number there. Otamana wouldn't be here now. I to Buru lawyer na disaster. Second in commander, I pencil. Yes, disaster on Yagua. They know the notorious Omanu the notorious bandit. And when I be 44,
the video I play shall allow playing second time. I am still waiting. The video I wanna playing second time.
Yeah, come the last 4 days or 5 days.
Nah, that's all. I was like, I'm like,
yeah, rondo here. For what? Gawa Ebo Governor. No, I give me a campo here. Gabe, they kidnap, fully.
no, Borondo to Agaba, Kogamepe Kampunkia, according to this voice.
Fully. So, number that I get here. Number the king is here. Ozzy draw. I cut to you. So on your what I say now, if you say your mama no go sleep, you go sleep, you no go sleep. If you say you no go sleep. I don't know feel Clinton no guy be the store buy. Oh my can guy I know I'm in a peace. Obodo a lovely place. Oh so no guy be the store buy one. Una get by na hona. Una no go sleep na.
I'm an AI built to trade for you.
Okay, what does that actually mean?
I find the trades.
I put in a mama didn't hear I'm not going not one by one, not one by one. One I can make one here. So now on your one will be angry. Yeah, disaster at her number there. Mero is about how Mero disaster. You know, second in commander, I pencil. On them escape, come on them escape. What I pencil name escape. How about you? Yeah, man, nearly a natty. Like we only live a nonsense in the Bona, Mahana Bona, and her wog, and her charm, and her wife and her look at it. When you near you know, what do not only ipota and information on I'm not going to I walk on one. I made you go picture and no Ogunil on Yakono disaster at Patriana and Abana. I bought a game of OCD 44. Ozo Hagaba Abaga game another camp. Gabe, Negabu Oko, come before days, 18 up, boosting the money. Nagabedaga. So Chinaka many arrests. Or Yeliga I can clear care. I want to walk Ogunil on Yakonoli and Maluku. Nearly all nonsense. Nonsense. Oh my God, believe when I came in. I come back again.
Okay, now can the video or now call videos going to see again. Cause I say I call Kaimana the connection. Nefo neku.
Be one they boast to.
Okay.
Onesi we born agwazi mama ya ngozo na bolo fulani.
Akwe for that. Onye mere onwe video. Osi na ngozi ka ọ na-agwa.
Otu esi ha wee gbu nwa aja ani. Owu na ewu 100%.
Ngozi ọkwụrụ kele na TV ụgwọ. Ọkwụrụ kele na TV ụgwọ. So if I na-emere Ngozi abụọ na ọbụ no Ngozi or no maka no Ngozi. Or if I ga-emere anybody. Setting the record straight is for anybody. I want to go and brag na near any support from I say take Kelena TV, take this support. It's from USB government. Never. If I get anybody. So if I say no if you could have video that have no connection, no link. You were no buru from Madoba. We're not sure how to tag that person to it by all means, which you don't have power to. Makanobro in power to tag it, that is bring it to Kwasianisi Ekareme. This is things a matter that now God is beyond, that is beyond man. If man we are God, Obruna Lasuba bụ God. If ọ ga-eme bụ ogbusie Ngozi Orabeze, first one, Obuniti Ogbue, second one, Obuniti Ogbue, third one. In fact, all of them. Just because of hatred. I don't have any problem in getting if a madman, but present evidence. At least I join had four. Or if I had a maybe if I had a who now go for you for an hour. Not a fact. So, manover na fapa, I ever saw for if I have with proof. Aha. I am a Ike.
Sent Igbo man. No na Biafran liberation. Try liberate your land, protect your people. You are very careful. Nobody will see you on social media. Nobody.
Some people are man from Ghana. Oh, it's your question now. Oh, you are coming out small. Biati nyiru n'ọkụ ka defend na onye love ịmantinye nwe. That is all can debe anyị dị. Ọ bụrụ nọ na comment section na-aba, oh, don't talk like that. Yeah. Don't talk like that. Oh, you are coming out small. Onye ahụ abụrụ champion. Onye ahụ abụrụ champion.
Ị na-abịa na social media, ị kwesịghị nọ na TikTok. Ị kwesịrị ije
mgbe niile ahụ ịfụ ya gwana ya ama m nwa aja ị kara akpọ n'ihe oge a sị ya TikTok anyị na-adị ọkwa mma. Ọgwa ha ncha nọ na-afụ ntu o si aga na TikTok. TikTok anwa ọ dị ka okomoko ka a na-ekudi ya.
onwezi onye fọrọ ozi egbuchasịa na all of them. O wipe go ha ncha niile out.
Imagine.
Nke a na-akpọ ndị afọ ya anọ. Ọ bịara na-asị na ha jikwa na bite ụzọ jikwa kwa ya n'onunu. Ọ na-agwa bite ụzọ na anybody thunder. A na-akpọ thunder. Ụnọ ka na n'onu thunder. Ọ ka nwere onye na-anụ onu thunder. Na ọnwụ na-egbubeghị ha thunder. It's like na egbugo ha that guy.
Hey! Lasuba. Ọ dị ndụ.
It's like na Ngozi egbugo thunder maka a gwara m thunder na ije anyị bịara na ịbịacha ya na ya agwaza anyị ka isi wee na ya wụ njem. O mebi na fe eliminate go thunder. Otu aka fa si egbu ndị ba a gwara m ha.
Ọ bụrụ na thunder nke ị na-ekwu na social media. Marakwa na ọ dịkwa ndụ maka ọ nwere anyị batara na my studio with afa Chi. Okay, Chi is Chi Thunder. I don't know. Man, at least go see any evidence. That's what.
Oh, no, na Biafran Liberation Army, no matter anything, don't join Ogenkere, don't join because target how to eliminate you. To eliminate you or their target. I know that this guy, JJB, welcome.
She is alive. She is alive. She is alive.
Without the run, happy weekend, everyone. Yeah. I do also. Only no kunu prince out of Muluku.
Oh yeah, my Thunder Ole. That's one. Oh, the same video.
This bastard are Udene. Your name is Udene, and you are still behaving like
one after the other. All can kept on social media. Mala, when kept on social media, man. All tweet again on if Nigerian nothing will not happen to him. To Puti. Nduni Ngozi Poros, nothing will happen when they come from Patarano. How many ka ọ na-apụta sị na ejikwa ekiri na-apụ ya nọta enwe ya nwere nke pụtara na onwebeghị nke pụtara na ọpụchi today jisi na ike na na-efulu anyị kriminal pụtara ikpochapụ unu niile na na-ege ntị ka ọsọ nwere ife nso nkwa na-ekwu anyị mara kene information na nso nkwa na nso nkwa dịsi vigilante amaka ọhịa ubi a onye anyị kpọrọ ya afa kịta this new criminals ya eje after them because ha achọghị na know this kind of thing. I say na ya achọghị nke a na-agwa anything about vigilante ụmụazị ba
What that? No, the next work will drop.
ha pụtazi akpọzi na-abịazi na-agwa anyị na na-ege ntị.
And all this while, I'm not calling you the vigilante have been trying.
And I told me the
job that we want in Igbo land. Kudos to them.
Please kindly touch the live one.
Kwambasa na hog. Kwambasa na hog.
And then go one day a hog. Money no kwadia. It's what a hog. Huh?
I continue. Ndị mmadụ nwere obi o. Mana ana m asị na ndị na-eme ha abụọkwa ezigbo ndị
What is that?
According to the information minister, so there's all these things since August 4th. Our people gathered in Finland, we will protest. We will get today, 23rd of August. The man must have to be sworn to get them. Also, I'm going on a sick pay. At least you have telephone here. Information minister communicated to
on gathering, don't listen to that person. Anybody on a name for Joe. Yeah, more that no one name me for my continue name me for my on a me go do I resign here. So younger. Go see good at that window join a government. Okay, what I go? I hear Biafra baby. I want to Biafra bia. Yeah, too many people on ga. If I commit the abomination and the atrocities I committed. Okay, what I go? So I follow somebody that you call it's not COS. It's not COX call Obato Bienia. Obato Bien was the Nsobu. Ihe ya eme o na ha biazere welezi ihe niile Obato Bien bedowere maybe see ha nchanine. Fight was the angels Biafra ji protect ani Igbo bụ Obato Bien ya. E gwara no na ani Igbo ka ị nọ kịta. And Adam happy n'isi chere godo mma mgbe ị na-ekwu na m egego ntị. Mgbe Adam happy n'isi na ị nọ na ani Igbo. Adam very very happy ịnọ na ani Igbo because ngwa na nwoge ya compares mgbe ahụ Obato Bien ya kedu ka ani Igbo dị kịta na mgbe Obato Bien ya ke nke ka mma ke nke mba zagodu m ajụjụ jụrụ gị because ị na o nwere okwu ikwuru nji jụrụ ajụjụ asị gị because na isi na ọkwụkwọ ikwu ka nna aza ga jụrụ gị mgbe Obato Bien ya na kịta Obato Bien anọghị ya kedu nke ka mma? Just simple question.
Ka ikwu eziokwu mgbe Obato Bien na
Yeah, the ma because I'm going division.
Okay, now. Okay, but because now this nature with division now, the all that now I stand the quote to how now but to be with those things continue but to be a person. A year division. A year with division. Now division that now how would the hinting up to be able to has a destroy and you fight and yourself. Do you believe that in this Nangozo COS or Batobie, or to COS, not to COS or Batobie, COS Biafran government in exile, or Quifuku? Okay, only na alolu COS we problem. Guni ye kube since to Batobie with a problem up to today. Ngozi on la base ekube with Simon Ekpan Joko, top place of EJVCT and a prison. You an idea? Oh. In one idea. Nangozo la base since Sobato being with a problem up to today. Ngozo la base never go to Finland since 2024. Ruon Kamana gonna abone kuye now. Nangozi now bato be one-on-one.
The reason why I conclude this in a visit now, that is when
okay. Okay, now okay. My family is about be pota. Because na being French agwagi fen na agwago na. Owu that na Ngozi we ezigbo mmadu. Obata obi a na agwago m okwu. Enyem ike nọ na case obata obi a na-ekwukwa ekwu about Ngozi again. Before I stand there strong n'ebe nkwu na na-ekwu ife na-ekwu na 100% sure ife na agwagi. So chebezie no mgbe obata obi pụta and site na amara Chineke we come out. And I go me ife nwigba because na ebe Ngozi go na government. Fight Biafran Liberation Army. Recruit one group of elite squad. Where is that elite squad? Can you for that elite squad in a my friend and Bujas and the buy? Hana fight Biafran Angel.
Oh, and say, well, Emanam will over to be a bido. And for upon one in the DOS now, we are China Samuri and do Tiana. Imano only a China Samuru terrorists. The reason why, oh my own, because oh much of one year come a use Gundia.
Yana can now wagon no one in a expect can attack or Batobie. Obatobie or Batobie and Obatobie were leader. I want to make leader. If you're independent journalist, and if you're
independent journalist,
before Ponya, I know Bodoibo, only us if you was assumed to court for the formation of Colata. And when if the Camiso is on because among our Dandem Banande Gedadi Cucialo, Ma Wago di reality, Wago CMA. Onya na kanna agwage eya ma afonye da recruit Biafran ụmụ Igbo so ha na ya na recruit ndị amị o we recruit ụmụ aza recruit ha na ha 300,000 naira before recruit oge kwa 300,000 after ke recruit akwa enyega polo white kwa green trousers anyegi sigi na ye ebuje ga ebe ye emegi training ekporo unu niile ju ebe ha agbogbusu unu niile nye unu max belia nna m ifi ọkwa ye ekwupukwala ani ejine because of na like somebody because na this woman na kanjugodu ga ajụjụ na since 2025.
Yes, as I said before, like this 300,000 of a thing. She have said it. This is my second time, 300,000 money. I know when they put 300,000. And those that pay the money, like they are nowhere to be found. They can't speak for themselves. I don't understand. That's not when they put 300. So, young about their speaker. And they are and they are not like this planet. But we must continue. The sound is back, yes. That is that.
December, since 2024 December. When now, in what you keep point if goes all a base me putarana. ezigbote ife o mepụtara since ya ọ sọ na ya wụ amamihe ọ na-akpọ onwe ya akpọ ị nwere ike ịgwa m na ibe a ihe o mepụtara just pimpango nyegodu m otu mkpụrụ ofu.
Yes, the sound is back. Sorry about that.
Ajụrụ m gị ajụjụ sị since 2024 December up to now, which is 2024, this December this year, you made 2 good years. You will keep coming here goes all about the meputarana. Just point good room 1.
Don't mention how fast you got promoted. Don't mention the Tokyo trip. Don't mention the new flat.
What can I mention?
The weather. My mom.
Oh, meputabula.
For your head now, before I got you, Emana, that Dr. Ngozi Olabeza in the book.
Ajụrụ m gị ajụjụ zagodu m ife njụrụ gasị ngo kọwara m Ngozi Olabeza ama m onye ọwụ mụ onye agwago onye Ngozi karịa agụnwa because you don't know him. Onwere anything to know mmadụ onye na-ịmado onye na-afịa na social media. I know him very very well. I know her very very well. Ajụrụ m gị ajụjụ sị gị na since 2024 December up to today, December this year made 2 years. Kedu ife Ngozi mepụtara na?
Number one thing no mepụtara mụnwa maka obuna ịmana mgbe ọ na-epost na her ex iche na joke like go ka a ga-esi bịa na prison abịa na prison now asị na ọkwa so people ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ na Nigeria is a bad country that o nwere ihe ga-emekata n'ụwa ka Nigeria start as a country.
Ezabekwe m iwe njụrụ go ajụrụ m gị ife o mepụtara ekọwara m Nigeria ajụrụ m gosi gị kedu ife since 2024 getting to 2 years now kedu ife Olabeza mepụtara na as a leader she claim she call herself a leader of USBG. Kedu ife o mepụtara na?
This call I'm all as a debate. Offer over now because we are now in a debate.
Because nke na fugodo ka nga na agwa ya no nke nwere experience ka nga agwa ya. Ọ na-aga like ụmụ lawyers now na-aga na prison to prison. Na-achụkwa ndị bụ ndị Biafra akpụchi. N'ife na-emezi bụ na country anyị nọ n'ime ya. Afụgodo na ọgwụ onye azi, you understand? Abịa prolong what the case, you understand? But what the matter I got be like this, I said, who go you boy and you make an experience can now, what you understand? Who know you not fight against among the Japan national prison in a book and the mother. Some things some okay post in social media.
Mmadụ kpọpụtara.
Okay, let's need the evidence. Mmadụ ọla kpọpụtagoro. Malasiba have been speaking without evidence. This is the problem. Actually, if evidence, mother na about Malaya have been speaking without evidence.
You see the problem. Okay, fugo kita. Is one them can you go dig? Unwa echeregodu ka ngwa gị. A leader of a nation. As she claimed to be. If iji amatu ife o mepụtara ife o mele ọnwụkwa na o mele ya o unu ọ na-eje prison to prison o nwere ndị owepụta na-eje tupu ọ naghị alọ ya ejimakọ so ejekwa prison to prison ya na ndị otu ya Ngozi nwekwara ndị ọ na-enye prison to prison ọbịa nwe otu onye ọ họpụtara ndị ọ sị na ya wee nation onwego nation ya onwebeghị onye ofu mkpụrụ o wepụtara kuchi misi na o nwere ife o mepụtara na ebe onwe ike imenwu sọsọ nke a and those people are not that place on a prison which is agwa gom ndị be anyị ọnwụ na iwu onye Igbo ewepụta akwụkwọ onye gị sị gị feel as onye Igbo anyị egbu gị ịnọ na prison enye gị dịsa akwụkwọ sị gị na ewe Biafra yo Ngozi Olabeza wepụtara akwụkwọ wee sị na enye ndị be anyị nọ na prison akwụkwọ edere Biafra ka ifeel that na iwe Biafra nọ n'ime prison ọ ndụ ka ọ chọrọ onye ahụ ka ọ chọrọ onye ahụ ugbugbu
anụbakwa m nke ahụ ke nke bụkwa iwepụta akwụkwọ nye onye nọ na prison anụbakwa m nke a Lasuba anụbakwa m nke a ị nwere evidence ke nke bụ iji iwepụta akwụkwọ nye onye nọ na prison ka o fiilo akwụkwọ eji ejezi ebe
mba zagodu m ife njụrụ gị nchichagodu m o nwere ndị be nọ nga na nga maka Biafra ọkwụ ya Ngozi Olabeze, this woman you call her name Ngozi nwere akwụkwọ o wepụtara ka esi na ya eke na the whole prison niile mana ndị prison nọ n'ụlọ ma prison nọ n'ama na ọnwụ na iwe Biafra gị feel o dị ati akwụkwọ dat na iwu a Biafra USB destin gị feel o dị akwụkwọ
anụbekwa m nke a. This is my first hearing about it. This is my first hearing. For which people in particular? For everybody in a prison. Or for particular people. Lasuba. Hey!
Ajụjụ ka m jụrụ gị sị gị data akwụkwọ ahụ o printiri onye o nyere ndị onye ndị nọ na prison maybe na prison ịnọ because of your security ị nwere ike deny ya na enweghị member of IPOB ọ na iwu naghị ekwu okwu Biafra na-enyezie gị inside that prison ahụ enyezie gị akwụkwọ Biafra sị gị filuo that na iwe Biafra data akwụkwọ ahụ enyere gị ọ ileliz gị ka nọ ka a continue jide gị that place ka njugodo zagodo m ya ajụjụ ka m jụrụ gị mba na achọ nke ịza m ajụjụ nna m nwanne m nwoke zaa m ajụjụ m jụrụ gị ajị na azịza mba ajụrụ gị sị gị akwụkwọ ahụ Ngozi maka ịsị na ọ na-eme ọfụma because na ọ na-eje na prison because ọnwụ na ọ na-eme ọfụma na ọ chọrọ iprotect life of ndị Igbo life of Biafrans onye ewele data akwụkwọ ajụrụ gị sị gị akwụkwọ ahụ o wepụtara na-enye ndị be anyị nọ na prison ọ dị mma of to protect them or to expose them for them.
All they need is
While everyone else is struggling with complex charts, you don't need to be a market expert to trade like one. Just try copy.
Oh my God. Oh, even exam even joke. No, because now mmadụ je that place. Enwere ike kpọrọ m kịta na with Biafra for me to save my life. I deny ya nga na ma wole Biafra. Yes, a man of my statement. Okay. Oh, it's good in you onye Igbo, you a threat. Where's ya akwụkwọ na ife ikwu kịta akwụkwọ m ife nchọrọ ịnụ. Listen, it's good in you onye Igbo na a threat ka ọwụ. Mmadụ ewelezi akwụkwọ when you see gị feel you na iwe Biafra nke ahụ highest threat
from my comment section nobody have confirmed to hear about any akwụkwọ. That means ọbụrụ nneke m ọnụrụ ya ọbụrụ nneke m ọgana and okwu asị mgbe ọ bụ na akwụkwọ na-eke lasuba at least natani one jide ị na-ekwu ihe a na-represent ya
Nigeria ka some ndị Igbo kle ka na-ekele m Nigeria ndị Igbo ka na Nigeria because anyị enwelebeghị onwe anyị Igbo a threat me awuruzie that a woman kwesịrị protect the life of Igbos life of Biafra nyeziri gị akwụkwọ na prison sị gị feel as na iwe nye Biafra which means na ị na-support Biafra ikwutego na tene iwu ọzọ Nigeria na Biafra ka ewu kezi chance maka ịgbara na ọ na-ejegharị na prison na-achọ iwepụta ndị mmadụ wee kọrọ gị sị gị akwụkwọ o wepụtara ifuru akwụkwọ iji wee save our people ka ifuru akwụkwọ iji wee gbu ndị be anyị egbu jọsụ nne m achọrọ m nna m biko achọrọ m ka anyị gwa onwe anyị eziokwu kedu ka isi ifo mana ịbịa na ngwa nkịta aza m sị na ikwugodu na iwu onye Igbo iwe onye Igbo na ị nọ na nsogbu achọrọ m ka ịzagodu m ya
you have our different way of understanding.
Yes.
He's trying to save us.
Oh.
Come in and make your comments.
You see, we must continue. Your own. For you to be on Igbo, in on a now, for you to be on Igbo. Your life I don't save for you to be an Igbo. So life good say save nenyele ga akwụkwọ so go feel as a Biafra now was as only Igbo. It's not go save for your life. Look at nah.
If I'm not on the homeland that they can follow link online and apply for their ID. And don't naked the free when access to smartphone. Munde game with if I run in a prison, that's super. Propaganda, which I know you will not stop.
As far as he within now, people you must Biafra is a must. Oh yeah, I can name. People as in a must and you support Biafra.
I want to know now, I want to know now, and only one Igbo in our support to Biafra. I thought only Biafra, you're not support to Biafra.
Comment.
I want to know now, Biku Banafa. Only Igbo, you're not support to Biafra.
We
I
are
want
on
to
the
know
first
now,
layer.
all this Kubana chief priest here, on the book, how you're not support to Biafra. Many Igbo sooner Jahari na Ketara, one D, one has support to Biafra. Gini ko ji bụ APC.
Because anhala no onye Igbo.
Kware na ndị Igbo ka fọrọ na Igbo na-akpagharị egbu agbụrụ chabe mva ncha niile.
Obura na aga akpụrụ ha, but the way aga use na-eso gị.
No, okay, now ajụkwa nga ajụjụ to be an claim na iwu onye Igbo na claim na iwu onye Biafra kedu nke life ka do ka nke life ka nke kara save your life na Nigeria now for you to claim to be a Biafra
that is the
that you to claim that na iwu onye Igbo kedu nke life ka kara do save na Nigeria
no if you deny your identity that is when you have life
Andre touch the like button.
Okay, can you say another question? Achọrọ m ịjụ gị ajụjụ. Nna aba ichere godu ka njụ gị ajụjụ.
O wepụtara time ka anyị onye adịghị agha because ya nwere n'anya the guy agọtasịrọ so ya ka o ji wee chọọ ka o were ya China.
Like nke isi wee kpa ka njụ godu gị ajụjụ. Ị nwere ike ịgwa the reason why Awarida Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji wee ban gathering IPOB gathering na Igbo na Biafra land niile. Nwere ike ịgwa the reason why o ji wee ban IPOB gathering na Biafra land niile, especially na Igbo. Nwere ike ịgwa m ya.
I'm an AI built to trade for you.
Okay, Habibi, what does that actually mean?
I find the trades.
Oh, oh, the reason why our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, the highest leader in IPOB gathering na Igbo. Mana ngozi ọla bụ eze, ọla bụ gwolo Fulani, jeziri welezi akwụkwọ Biafra na-enye ụmụazị ba ya eji na prison ka ha feel when ha would Biafra. Now Bibi also when you will Biafra and I support to Biafra and your life is in danger. Over okay, boo. Is it okay, boo? Age when you can suspect. No, not suspect. You need to when you can deny for you to get your he will then do. What the Nizega was go feel who you will say Biafra. You will say a feel or if you look at don't look a fool like one. Akwa ajụjụ ka njụla na abai na ịgwago m oke ebe isi na ịmarọ the reason why our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji wee ban IPOB gathering because of on the IPOB gather ebe ha na-eme meeting Nigeria military.
Right, that is that. I am drawing it here. If I'm mother na social media go link for you to apply for your ID online. Oh yeah, we have more than social media. Link for you to apply. Okay. You got us no. Amaka Mele, grab the mic.
Onyisiwoko ekelem gyo.
Hello.
Commenters, I greet you too. Madam Origin, I see you. Obi-Wan, my darling, how are you? Ushe Master, my love, I greet you. River Goddess, I salute you. You are welcome to the forum. Mazi Kelena, like from the program you are doing, enwere ife a na-akpọ obsession. And when we talk of obsession, you can see it all over Chikodi Mary Ike. And what is an obsession? It's a state of mind where a person thinks about one specific thing, idea, or person constantly and cannot stop. A state of mind where a person thinks about one specific thing, idea, or person constantly and cannot stop. Then the psychological effect, an unwanted repeated thought or image that causes stress, worry, or anxiety. It can lead to repetitive action or compulsion to relieve that stress. Fixation and preoccupation, mania. And what is mania? Mania is mbaka. So we are taking this thing to a deeper level so that people will understand the kind of individuals we are dealing with. I describe her as a sadist person because somebody who is a sadist, nothing can make the person happy. Amami watarebe naga kelenna.
Yes.
She called Mary Ike twist things. Why I read about obsession, I said something about hallucination, and all of them is being connected. There are people who don't do research. You understand? In their ignorance, papalike donye nimie na say leba emanda in a more keep going. But there is a day of reckoning. When you hate somebody so passionate, that is, to me, I like it. And one thing I want to say, when you are accusing me of what I am innocent of, maybe I don't know, if a chimu ana ogo, whatever you invoke, chimu ane wutakwale onya back because I am not aware. I didn't even know of what you are talking. So this woman, Abugolu Odudu Belu Mado Abukalegena scrotum, Ekoya, Ekopiaya, Erafokwania, Ononansumu. But my only joy and my only happiness is that it has ended in praise. This is the end point of whatever we are going through. For in Ecclesiastes, there are season and time for everything on this planet Earth. The season of this Aroboba has come to an end. Let me see another one that they will hold on. And whosoever that is being drowned in an ocean, Ginwa that is innocent, that is going to save only millionaire, we equally drown you if you are not careful. Because from all indication, ndị a mmiri eligo fekalenna fa na-achọ onye ya na fa ga-ayị wee tana. And the consequences a ikwulu yogotago ọpụtago ife maka na mgbe a eje mkpọrọ dị n'ime mgbe a ga-enyochaba ife dị n'ime onye a na-asị gị leba na ịma nda, like somebody who is faceless, somebody na-asị gị nwa bụ na amala ebe a enweta gị because he claim to know everything, he claim to be jack of all trades, he claim to be a leader you are not. But makwalu na onye a na-asị gị na-aga, like somebody like this unite, other si kamara nwere onye mia gụnwa bụ ife aka na-abọ ya were ofu aka. Look at what somebody say here about disaster. Look at, and then you turned it around. Kelen Obros also na your platform. It has been played on other platforms. Somebody, Obros also na your platform. Where did Dr. Ngozo Rabeze comes in this? And ndị anụnwa anara 300,000. Where are they? Can't you come up in any platform and speak? Esokwe m na ndị anala ife dị otu a dị otu a. Are they not alive? Why will you people still be sitting down there or the call and they brainwash you? Enwere ife mụnwa na onwe m ghọtara. They said that when the children of Israel was exceeding Egypt, right? As no bro mmadụ niile pụrụ. Mgbe ụmụ Israel na-apụ na Egypt, ọ bụrụ mmadụ niile pụrụ. Ndị nke remain bụ ndị nke it has been destined na ha ga-anọ ebe ahụ bụrụ uru forever and ever. Ndị nke pụkwanụ mana, yes, the road is so rugged, the road is not easy, but I have to travel through that road to be free. So that is what we are seeing today. And we are told, mgbe o rejili like otu o si wee rejie, asị ụmụ Israel do a kind like sacrifice, unu gbuo anụmanụ, unu were ọbara ya tee n'ọnụ ụzọ unu, so that na mgbe ikuku na-eku ga-abịa gbuo ụmụ izizi, ụmụ ọkpara izizi, na ọ gata na ọ ya agafele unu. Some people thought it was a joke. The people that obeyed, and the ikuku a wee bịa wee kufe. Ndị nke ahụ kpọrọ ekwe nkọ, dia nwa izizi, nya ha na-apụta n'ụtụtụ na-ebe mpe. Somebody was in the court. You are saying you are protecting somebody. Onye na-protest gị ngwa n'ozugo, lower, tone down, ịnọ n'iru esi ya that na nehi kaba that akwụsị ọkwa m, I will megide ya until, because that person, which is Chika Merike, egwu na-atụ ya ife nọ ya n'iru, she will want this to continue till the kingdom come, because ọ bụ na this agha abe na akpa ga-ata ya. Amami na ọtafe na-ekwu kele nna, that's why o ji si ya, achọrọ m ka ị pụta, ife agbala m ga m n'isi, achọrọ m ka ị pụta. So what am I saying? Ndị a ga-azọpụta onye kwelu azọpụta ya, mana ọkwa ifulu ndị nke a ekweghị na a ga-azọpụta ya, ya Red Sea ga-ekpochapụfa. And now this nonso nkwa ude eji eke ngụga ndị amoosu o nwere ebeko dike all these shenanigans now. Kelena, I bet you, and I drop it on this table. Ọkụ ha mere gịnị? Ọkụ ha anyụgo. That strength, that energy, it is no more there. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. If God has told us, I ga-enwe ọpụpụ, I ga-enwe Exodus, there will be a nation like this. Onye ọbụla think that it's going to be easy. No, it is not an easy road. We are traveling to USB. It is not, it's a rugged road. And onye ọbụla nwere the stamina will cross. And we leave Chikodi Mary Ike. Ebo debele onwe. At the last day, onye mmehie ga-ebe akwa na-asị na ife mmere onwe m. Biafrans, I hail all of you. Ma ndị jere Finland, ma ndị na-ana, ma ndị ka nọ n'ụzọ. I wish you all the best. I am here. I am working. I cannot leave my job for more than 1 week unless I'm not on vacation. And my vacation will be 2 weeks. There's somebody feeling on Europe, way for name. Others have gone and they are still saying you are there. You are there doing what? So, because I am responsible. It's only an irresponsible human being will be behaving Otono Onene. Thank you, my fellow Biafrans. I rest my mic. EJ Minister, may God bless you for all you do. Thank you, and my brother that I cannot see, you are welcome. Thank you, Kelena, for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, the goddess Obi-Wan. No, grab the mic.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Kelena. Marivo Goddess, I greet you, Madam Origin. You are my Megorogi. And I can't see the names here, but I greet every one of you, the ones in the comment sections. I say, Kachuku Nadube, all of you guys. I wasn't in the program, and like I was busy, so I came in late. So when Infenje Kudobo Lasuba and her normal ranting and stuff. But you know what? I think that now this woman, all the so obvious that Norma or that hide the onesie, how she feels, the obsession, and ebono on a And I think that the best thing that the government did, or Dr. Ngozo Rebeze did, was to isolate Adade Rama from everything that we are doing. And that is why Joe, this guy, Kede Ngozi Megola Chief, she's not asking that question because she wants to use it for something. Joe the question, Koma Kogesi twisted the story. And when Ngozi or Rebeze today that Adade Rama will take as a good thing. Also, when I below Jesus can Dr. Ngozi meet today, Adade Rama will twist it. So the best way to answer Lansuba about achievement of Dr. Ngozi is not to even tell her at all. Because the more you say it, the more Choko configure her into her to her own satisfaction. The way Oye will push her own narrative. So far that Ngozi is down, that is her mission. So in Anya, if that now, also normal her achievement, ID card and also no for here. The homeland and the Pope ID card, or saying Adade Rama when her idea all of those things. So she knows. So all of this thing on a Obuna Adade Rama can well access to our cabinet today. Programming in Africa, okay, go release a secret na meeting. Okay, we go phone ya na meeting na record nkata ni na in-house nkata na but so no chajulie gbaduolie like this up to play and niile mgbe aka o yijigwa say ngwa unu ihe nji ngosi unu ife nji. So I think the government took a very, very good decision by isolating her. And in Anya, for that everything on her accused the Congo now is just on Anya, equate something on there could remain on ground or Bakwenya Ben Tongozino. Somebody he play a program of somebody talking about ENMN somewhere without calling Dr. Ngozi inside it. And you can see that she ended up adding Dr. Ngozi inside it without Dr. Ngozi being part of anything. But I just pity for her because I thought I might go too far that now any reasonable person can actually jail Adade Rama by all of this accusation with no evidence of whatever she's saying. And I don't know why she's not even thinking of that way that now one day somebody can actually call her and say, all of this thing you're accusing me of, can you come and prove it? If you don't prove it, you're going to go to jail. I'm more I think for that side. Only believe na okucha yemen. And I think the reason I can blanket is just came if I go do some important things. Distraction. I'm not distract on a distract whatever that we are doing. But I hope that now, because I know very soon the table will turn. If we make it, the table will turn very soon against Adade Rama. And at that time, I just wish that she will have the same energy on a use Kita will push. No, you whether the same energy to be speaking again. Because everything on a kunuko will actually end up falling on top of her head. She doesn't know. She doesn't think. She's the highest fool I've ever met in my life or experienced in my life. And then Rama has no functionable brain. The brain under the Rama is like a plastic, a decayed plastic where other her function well. She doesn't think before acting. On I don't nah. May God bless you in the state of Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Madam Origin, no, Bakamele, grab the mic.
There as it Kelena TV, here my Meramo Biafra, he no be one. Thank you, Madam River Goddess. Thank you. You do well. Well spoken. Each a minister. How you day? Mr. Teddy, Mr. Ndubueze. I greet everybody and all well-meaning Biafrans in the Homa Demma. Ndị na-achọ ihe ọma, unu ga-ahụ ihe ọma. I just want to also use this opportunity to greet our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Thank you for being a good leader. Thank you. And the cabinet members and everyone that went to Finland to support our Prime Minister for his case and everybody that supported in one way or the other. I want to let Biafrans know today, everything and anything that is going on. If I didn't see the big hand that is involved, you won't see me here because I can't. I have, for every minute I have 3 things pursuing that 1 minute. So it will have been a waste of time if I don't see or I don't have the big hand that is involved. So the big hand that is involved is so full in charge that everything these people do becomes a mistake. You see, these Nigeria agents and Nigeria states and the people, the system that want us spied and wiped, which they are using the so-called Biafrans. Thank God our own River Goddess has made it clear. Please, I want you to put that in your mind. During the time when the children of Israel were to leave Egypt, they suffered so much. They suffered. And they kept crying to God for help to deliver them. When the deliverance came, there were many that didn't, maybe either they didn't believe that truly they were going to promised land, or they just liked the lentils and the cucumber, like some of them that took their 2 left legs and joined the others. When stress came, they started cussing out Moses. I say, we want to go back. After all, we're having cucumbers and lentils. Lentils, they're eating over the head of their children. And you all know what happened to most of them, which I know is going to happen to a lot. Because the matter we are talking about is not just a matter. It is a matter of kingdom. 2 kingdoms at war. And the owner of the kingdom that owns the earth is not smiling anymore over the evil and the wickedness of humans that he has put in charge to do some good. He's not smiling. When I keep telling you the boulder is rolling, I know what I'm talking about. So these people, that the face of them that we are seeing, because a lot of them are faceless, a lot of them are tortoise. They go behind and they do the thing they're doing. The face of them we are seeing is this woman that called herself Ekoba. Now we have to call her out because she is the face of the evil, both the evil of the Nigeria states and the evil of the system that want to wipe us out of the earth. She is their face. And whenever you look at her and whenever she comes out, look at the face of the representative of the evil that has behooved us. Now, on the 30th of November 2024, they held a meeting. And the meeting they held, they have had several other meetings. What I call Izuokwe, they have been using all kinds of things. They call you, some of you, they call you on the phone. They try to convince you of their agenda. They try to convince you of how the mistakes that will make it difficult or impossible for United States of Biafra to achieve their aim. They tell you all kinds of things. And everything they tell you is to hoodwink you. The only agenda they have is to see how they can turn us back and remove the freedom we got, because the 50 million people that voted, they know that that was the miracle Mazi Nnamdi Korede talked about. Because for 70 years, they have deprived us from doing a referendum. For the last 60 years, they have succeeded. How this referendum happened, they are still marveling at it. They want to undo it, if you don't know. They want to undo the signatures, the 500 signatures. They want to undo the redeclaration. They want to do undo it. And that's why Hajina manual kwahana manu na-enwe kwole na-enwe odudo ga-adogbu ha. That is why they say all that they are saying. That is why the same thing they did when Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was calling for a referendum. They tell you people, don't give your name, don't do it. They want to compile your name so that they will give it to Nigeria to buy. That is what this woman is saying. This is why I came in, to tell you why she is using that young man that came to ask us, talk to her innocently, to use it to create fears. These prisoners, there are so many of them uncounted for. There are so many of them nobody even knows they are alive, though they have died so many. This is like doing a census, trying to identify them, find them where they are, take pictures, create a ID for them, the citizenship, so that anybody, because this thing is one of the greatest things our Dr. Ngozi Orebeze is doing. We need to find where our people are, wherever they are. You find them. These lawyers are going to help when they have it. If anything, we look for them. After we do the dust settles, we already have their ID. So where did Nigeria? So this is even a lifeline for all these prisoners. You see how she's turning and twisting it. So when initially for the last 10, 11 years, these people were in prison, how did they get there? Was it Ngozi Orebeze that put them in prison? Was it during the tenure of Ngozi Orebeze that they called them IPOB, that put them in the dungeon? This is what this woman is trying to bring. He wants to make sure that we remain IPOB, because it is only under the name of IPOB that you can apprehend the people and put them in prison and nobody comes to ask of them. But if they have that IT, they are secure, because a system now have their name. A system have their ID. If Nigeria touch them, they are touching citizens of United States, and they will answer to us. You see the wickedness of these people. You see why they keep calling you, telling you, Ngozi, we have to do everything to take this from Ngozi. Ngozi will not give it to a prime minister. All this nonsense. The bottom line is they they are true agents of Nigeria state, true agents of the system that want to wipe us out. Mazi Kelena, I submit my mic. Thank you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's not what even to like this idea of a thing you talked about. Like, are you confirming about the prisoners having ID? No, are you confirming
Okay,
that?
Mazi Kelena, do you attend the fundraisings?
No.
Okay, that's why I want to know. Now, let me make it clear. The citizenship certificates, I don't know how many of them have gotten it, but anyone, please, and now use the opportunity. If you have anyone that is in prison, you know where they are, please direct them so that they can get their name and give them the citizenship certificate, so that it will be on record that these people are even in prison in the first place. So it will be important document. If anything happens to them, Nigeria government must answer to the whereabouts. This is even the lifeline that these people have. The hope they have is what this woman wants to take from them. So it has important mission that they need to have. If you know anyone, apart from the fact that our people, anyone that is inside Biafra land, get this citizenship certificate. Don't carry it around because we don't know. Put it under your pillow. Put it in your because Nigeria have not stopped buying us. The system have not stopped destroying their agenda. Go, if you want to know what is going on, go to Plateau. There are mass graves everywhere. The ones they behead, they will not even know who that is. But if you have your citizenship certificate, that is more of a census. That is a more of accounting that you are a Biafran. If anything happens to you, Nigeria will have to answer questions, either in ICC or with our government. Did I make it clear?
Okay, the thing is that you just confirmed that the ID for the prisoners is correct.
Yes. If any one of them that have the if they find out where they are, they try to get ID for them.
Yeah. Okay, that is that. Thank you.
Do you have any questions on that?
No, I don't have, but I think as time goes on, we continue to push, then look into it. Because having citizenship or ID inside the prison, how possible was it based on Ebonyano and the
That is what it was announced. If they can, they should.
Because when you're not a prison, I don't think no my father that no we're going to see him with a phone and register all that kind of thing, and they were in a prison.
No, if
But
you have a law, if you have your lawyer and your lawyer can do that for you, don't you think it's something doable?
I'll make it contribute 1 minute.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, my sister, I think that's all of you, right? Thank you so much. Our sister German should be and the triple M, right? My greetings to everybody. Yeah, just 1 minute because it's like I'm taking another people's position. If I'm just sharing this evening, but if this is right, I think that is wonderful. If those lawyers will get the number of the Biafrans, after all, they were arrested as a Biafran because they are talking about Biafra. So if Nigerian government kill them, which evidence do you have? So if they identify themselves, even it doesn't matter in any prison, either they arrest you as a Nigerian and arrest you as a Biafra, but you as a Biafra, you identify yourself as a Biafra in the prison. And it is, has to be documented that this person is so and so placed in prison, and those files will be in international, both in ICC and everything, like United Nations. But our people have been killing, they have been killing them without numbers, without evidence. So if they identify themselves with their number, their village, their town, and everything, and Biafra have those ID, that is beautiful. That is beautiful because we need evidence. Because a lot of have been killed without evidence. So that is my own contribution. That is another plus for United States of Biafra government. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Madam Origin, thank you so much for the clarification.
Thank you, Mazi Kelena.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, like more, if I'm more, I'm just hearing it. I think no obiuchem, the most important, the man on the nation, bondema na fatu nesiana for need and reason. Egantua. Manasimuko, if I got the most important thing can able how to. When they need to put up that. That is my own opinion, man. And then actually, when they were the final decision. So that is that. Egypt minister, because Teddy, Teddy, I grab the mic.
Okay. Good evening, Great Biafrans. Actually, I've been listening all along. I started listening when you were talking about B44 and so on and so forth. And when Lasuba was asking the young man about achievement of Dr. Ngozi Rabeze getting to 2 years or whatever she's saying, to me, I say, oh, this is an easy question. If you ask me some question, I would say, number one achievement is removing that idiot from the cabinet of the USB. That's number one achievement, if you ask me. Because that guy, that lady is just like, call it COVID, because some people have used cancer. She is just like a COVID in the system. Very big COVID, pandemic disease. Actually, she is carrying around and rubbing it on people. In the first place, she was saying that, mentioned that one thunder has been spied by Ngozi or whatever, and so on and so forth, because she doesn't actually know where the whole system lies. And thunder is alive big time under another pseudonym, under another responsibility in the Biafra elite system. I actually thank Madam Origin. She explained a lot of things that are cogent to this struggle, especially the people in the prison. She mentioned actually that the identification of them, of the system being introduced, will actually help the government to account for them via the lawyers. The lawyers can, take record of the Biafrans in the prisons. And with the identities, we know everything about them. So that when they say they are not, they just pick up the Biafrans and go and buy them, then we will have evidence that they have their identities and the lawyers are keeping records of whatever that is happening. That's part of it. And I think authentically, Madam Origin answered that question. As per the, what's it called, Lasuba. Lasuba doesn't know what is achievement and what is not. Maybe she's looking at achievement as when you come out on the social media and be shouting, making all sorts of noise, causing people thinking that you are achieving something. She doesn't identify. She doesn't know the difference between achievements and the noise making she's embarking on. She never considered everything. So far as documentation is involved, she won't understand it. That's the problem. If you look at all the documentation relating to our recognition, over 200 and about 243 of them being submitted to the countries and the head of other international bodies, and they actually, a good number of them acknowledge the receipt of those documents. Those things are not achievements after the early declaration, which she is eventually sabotaging. Meanwhile, that lady is the one that coordinated the signatures on the documentation the early declaration document, and handed over the signatures to the DPM. It was videoed, kind of, when she submitted all those, and only to come out to start backpedaling. How did he start? She couldn't make it when they were when the cabinet was talking about self-defense issues. She voted against it, that people should not go self-defense or whatever. And she is the only one that didn't vote for it. Ordinarily, in any democratic system, the majority carries the vote. Once the majority carries the vote, even though you have your ideas or everything, you go by the majority decision. This so-called Lasuba couldn't do anything to accept the decision of the majority. Rather, she went outside and started talking rubbish and so on and so forth. That's why I said, to protect even the democracy system, pseudo democracy we had then, not necessarily pseudo, but the democratic process being used in the cabinet, that lady should have accepted it and tag along the system. But she started fighting, going to the media, doing all sorts of things. No government will accept such things other than to get rid of her. And that's exactly what achievement number one, I can tell you, Dr. Ngozi Arabeza did. Getting rid of the COVID in the system. All other ones she's talking, she will not understand them because they are based on documents, signatures, a lot of things like establishing the framework for the government system. She wouldn't understand them because those things are paperwork in the main, all involving paperwork. And tell me, is Biafran lacking people that can govern them, that can look at them, that can establish systems or processes in place that they will only select Lasuba? To me, being in the cabinet in the first instance, to me, is a wrong decision. Lasuba, maybe she look at her as shouting call it freedom choir master or whatever, shouting Obatobi always and always. That's only what she's bringing to the table and causing confusion. Those are not what any person, any good government will actually look at and still stomach it and absorb the so-called Lasuba. A lot of things she does, look at delving into the military system and so on and so forth, talking to commanders and everything. Those things are what, looking at as espionage on the whole Biafra system. And it was a part and parcel of the people, the disgruntled military people that apparently we are doing things like mutiny or whatever. I call them, what's this man's name? General Butuzo, the Gentle, all those people that we are disobeying and indisciplined to the extent of disobeying the government. Especially the deputy prime minister giving orders, and they told her they are no more working with her. Those are the people.
Thank you.
Lasuba.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me round up, please.
Yes.
These are the people Lasuba, we tag along with and associate. Everything she does is just to criticize the government, not that she is right. She's absolutely wrong in most cases. And thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Ije Minister, Amaka Mele, grab the mic.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Madam Origin, River Goddess, Olichima God, and our brother that spoke, Obi-Wan, Ekenemo, and the Porahama, my Suba, Mary Ike, Jezukweni Ike. Rest. It's time for you to rest. You have lost this game. Go and tell your senders that you lost it. Mary Ike is of the generation of the 40 years of Israelites. 40 days turned to 40. All ancestors here through that thing. Now, you are talking about achievements. Thank you, our brother that just spoke last. The first achievement is to rip you out of our, that is you. Wepuge ebe ihe obuna gbasara USB no. They have the greatest achievement, and since then we moved and marched. We fly, in fact. So that one will be the first achievement. The documents of United States of Biafra are in more than 200 countries. I am speaking to you from Spain. I use it when necessary. I show it to immigration officers. They know that USB have to go down. Just that EU have not recognized us. So every member of the EU will not say anything until EU recognize. And that EU had France and Germany. So you are idiots. You don't know what document is all about. Let me thank our people that are at home. And this brother that he faced, that brother is really following well. You did well in this very question. You showed that your interest is in your own freedom and that you are following what concerns your freedom. Let me tell you, if not that data, okay, for all these things, when we tell you that since the declaration of the United States of Biafra, the world changed. Many people are not getting it. Know that the world already changed from September 9/11 or 9/1 when they collapsed the New York. That was the first change of the world. Many people didn't understand this. This one, the second one is the COVID. The third one is this our own. If you know, the world has been changing, but this very third one is the real thing that's come to the ground. The real thing they are digging since to see that was what brought it. So you will not know. The data that went up, many things that changed, prices changing, everything is because of that land. You will not know except you are in the spirit. I'm telling you the truth. So they make it difficult for you to access even the private information that you want. If not, our people, no. They are more conversant and more well informed now what the government is doing more than many of us outside. I'm telling you, because these people are following faithfully with what our brother answered will show you that. But because they are short of money, short of everything, they are not following the way they would. That's why at times they wave, which is understandable, let me tell you. So our brother did very, very well. Now, coming to the ID card. The mother of the nation, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, first said, before this ID card she's talking, that the people in prison demanded that when Nigeria want to take them to court, they want to go to court as Biafrans, which is the right thing to do, because they were arrested as Biafrans. Okay? Now, to make them go to court as Biafrans is to give them the ID card. They demanded for it. It's not Dr. Ngozi Orabeze that said it. And giving it to them is the same lawyer that are taking their names. Nobody is telling them to sign or to bring. This Confucianist, this Mary Ike that refused to go and Zoli Ike. This woman is mad. Anybody that is listening to that woman, it's your own peril. I'm telling you. Now, this very ID card issue, if they are Biafrans, it will make it possible for them by law, even as Nigeria refused to obey law. And the international community helped Nigeria, because Nigeria is not greater than all international community. But because the world is breeding in crime, that's why Nigeria is still there talking. When they want to take them to court, even those they put in Sokoto, have you seen anywhere in the world that they will arrest you in UK and go to America to judge you? That is the essence, the fundamental essence of this ID card, giving them ID card by law, if you don't know. Another one is to count them, to know where they are. So when Nigeria wants to take them to court, they must bring them down to Biafra land, because that's where they belong. Because Biafra has been declared. Whether Nigeria agree or whether Nigeria don't agree, my dear, the real thing and the law, USB is following, and the world know very, very well, is that very side is now United States of Biafra. That was why our map showed up in the world map immediately. The problem is that people always focus on the criminal of Nigeria. If you focus too much on their criminal, you will not move forward. We don't need to be afraid of them. There is no nation that went for independence that people did not buy. So we are not the first. Jesus came from heaven to die for me and you to say that we are redeemed. So why are we afraid? Some people will die. The only thing is that the living must make sure that those people that died did not die in vain. That which they died for, we must achieve. Lasuba and her cohorts, they know what they are running from, because she's there telling you that many people will go to prison, and she knew that she's number one. Her own is not prison. She will die in exile. We don't even want to waste our resources judging her. She will just remain where she is. As for by what we heard from social media, her own family has disowned her. So the only hope she had, she has also busted it, which is the hope of coming to Biafra land. So she knows what she's crying. That woman knows what she is doing. At the same time, what she's doing is now doing her on her own brain. She's Onokwatahozi. So anyone that is going to listen to her, well, good luck. But our people knows the truth. Those that are looking for freedom knows the truth, and the truth they stand on. Dr. Ngozi Orabeze is doing the right thing. Madam Origin, thank you very much for that explanation. So we didn't waste more time because you really elaborated it. So know it that these people having ID card of United States of Biafra means that they must be judged where they are arrested, and they didn't commit crime in Sokoto, and they didn't even commit any crime in the first place. And Nigeria has no right even to arrest somebody in Mbise and take that person to Anambra State. There is no law like that in the world. So the government knows what they are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ije Minister. Dalo. Mazi Greg, Makamele, grab the mic to round up.
Yeah, man, it's okay. Then my brother. Amaka Mere is only. Amaka Mere. Amaka Mere on Biafran. My greetings to our sisters, and the brothers. I will not waste time. You know, there is one thing that we must understand. We are on this already. There is no going back. And let me come and ask this question. Those number of people that they arrested from the kidnap in the midnight, police, from the arrest, nobody will identify where they are. They will, so their people will say one day, not knowing where they are. Not knowing if you go to any police station, they will tell you those people are not there. So, if any of the Biafran and the employer needs any of them in any part of the Nigeria, and he is an Igbo or a Biafran and identify himself, they gave him that ID card or that citizenship card. It is a plus. Because why is a plus is what you must understand, what we are doing here is not a childish play. We're not just joking. Because at the end of the day, the matter of Biafra and Nigeria will still go to this international court because of a lot of killings. Definitely. And which proof you have? But when somebody is in the prison in the sector, if they want to find him, like I always had, when they go, they force him, somebody did not commit any crime. When you get him in the prison, they ask him, they force him to accept that he's a terrorist. That if you not accept the terrorist, that you will not release him, which is not true. And once he signed to be a terrorist, Nigerian government have the authority to kill him. That is the problem. So, but if they identify themselves with this citizenship card, the government of Biafra will know where they are. So if anything happens, then even if in the next 10 years, the Jews that are still killed in this country, where I live, the Germans are still paying. Europe are still paying because of that they have identity. Those that didn't have identity, nobody pays for them. Their family gets nothing. So you can't just say all this useless lady coming to on the media when they instead of that do something that is very, very applause. You want to destroy because her brain doesn't go to that level. How can you claim somebody don't have his ID? How can you claim somebody without ID card that this person existed? And this is when you got his ID card. This is the time. What happens to this person? So this is what the government is trying to get Nigeria to the cause. So it's not when this movie got to come and say he's forcing them to prison to sign ID cards. People will say, hey, they want to kill out the black person. No, it's the whole Nigerian responsible. Somebody must account for those people in the prison. And if you don't have anything to identify those people or to have any claim for them, you get nothing and then you can't even get justice. So that is my area for coming in here. So even if a person is an Arab and they arrested him in Sokoto, and the lawyer goes there and he say, good afternoon, sir. He says, are you an, he say, yeah, what happened? He said, I arrested me as from Arab. Are you an Igbo man? That means you're the Biafra. I take the ID card so that the Biafra will know that you are here. Otherwise, nobody will give account of that person. He will just go like a fly. So that thing is a very good thing. I don't know how another person sees it. Because even if they want to kill you, if you have better certificate card, if you don't have it, they will still do what? Kill you because they don't have that for you. So it's better you have it and they kill you, and the government of Biafra has evidence to claim what happened to their own people. Thank you. That is my only explanation. God bless you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi Greg. The thing is that Lasuba pushing the narrative on a push, although she added some lies, but the truth, Abatago, and what is the truth? Neburo ID, and an idea for prisoners. Any like a more Saturday is like Osia and Obidro today. Saturday is Alabama Day. I didn't make for Saturdays. Oh yeah, well, I'm one follow. More than answer to promo. I follow. I don't know what if I ain't got bumbo to love, man. Like I said, the government in a who famwa to Nessiane. Manam Malakwa, Kafatum Nekwe again. Makaneba Naga, Eteka. Over for documentation, which I know a lot for documentation. Amana hare mo we kege si game we without Ikubegodi lawyer, a mayor, lawyer wetia, Ogawa court, Ujide ID, Corona court, Osine citizen, United States of Biafra. Sit to never of ma. Then they go sit to never of ma. Kakashimaya man. According to one of our sisters, was no one day, Gini Menga, Undenewu, Nana Jofa, sit to nay of man. That is just my own take. Can I end up in a hurry? Maka, every Bongorian, including me, NIN Obodo Bongo, including international passport. The only thing that I do not have, voter's card. So Amarozimka, onye no n'ime jide ID obodo Bongo. Ege wetakwara ID nke Biafra. Just for document sake, side nke Biafra. Asemukwuo, the focus should be to how to get them out. Masemukwuo, if I got about the focus, because a man put inside the prison without a record, no banner prison or prison guard, or what does he the information on the person. So these are things any dream explain of man. Maybe Anna go misinterpretation. So any the why of man. He had a prison. Over no one on Euro now. I'm going on Euro. Apply for your ID by yourself. Which didn't work in Montegodia, in what you can debia. No. Now, Bagarifa. Emia, would you in a prison? So, Catole of Gayabachi, or where Kawai and go get Dana. Omaka marry all of us of truth. Omaka marry all supporters of truth. And give a divine Jeruana Nwayi and what's his job of what period. Join us as we continue in some hours' time. Stay blessed and bye for now.